Yeah.
Oh god, wait, hang on, he's got that. Oh, there we go. Hello and welcome to episode 283 of 10 o'clock. We are professionals.
Do you say 63?
283. I've got 282 up just so I'd get that right. Okay, 283 of 10 o'clock. I am MDRLOz, sitting in the dark. This apparently is Xeno. We can't tell, but apparently he is also sitting in the dark. And this is XandyPants.
And you can't tell, but I am also sitting in the dark. I just have very, very large windows that are keeping me nice and lit.
It's also the middle of the day for him.
Yes, yeah, I was gonna say that's true. Different times. Oh, that's why. All right, that didn't click for a little while. Yeah, it's the afternoon for me. So
yeah, whereas it's night for us.
So Xeno, would you like to tell everyone while we're sitting in the dark?
No.
Yes, Xeno, please tell us.
I don't know. I was just told that if I didn't do it, I'm a heathen. I don't care about the earth or some shit.
I don't think that's the word we used, but
that's basically what I heard. I turned it into English.
Earth Hour.
Yeah, I mean, we can't turn it on in like 30 minutes. We have to leave it off for the whole, I don't know, 2 hours-ish of this episode.
It's 8:30 to 9:30, but we're just going to leave the lights off because we're conserving energy while running our expensive computers.
So what do you mean expensive computers? Is
your computer not expensive?
Well, in terms of price, yeah, but I'm pretty sure the monitors are going to. I'm pretty sure the monitors are going to require more power than the PC itself.
Oh yes, I know, but you can't really have a computer without a monitor now, can you? But you can, but you're not.
Yeah, you can. It's called a server, Loz.
Yes, and you can run down. We can record off a server now, can we?
Yeah, probably. Give me a server and I'll do it.
Right, and you can definitely read the topics off. But so what you'll do is read off.
I'll use my phone as a battery.
We definitely need a monitor to do the first thing of the week, which is emblems, which you need your monitors and your eyeballs for, Xeno.
I was going to say at least I need a monitor for.
Yes.
So all right, let's take a look. Let me make them big.
And then Xandy disappears.
No, I'm here. Hi.
No, that's my fault.
Oh no.
There he is.
I'm back.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. So wait, the first one is yours and the second one is Loz?
Oh, cool. I forgot to also change the actual emblems themselves. Yes, no. You're not to know who's is whose.
Oh, I'm not supposed to know who's whose.
Yeah, because we know that you'll pick me over Loz any day of the week, and that's just not fair on Loz.
Yeah, we know that.
I mean, I always lose the best ones.
Can everyone see them? Can people see them?
Yeah, people will see them on the actual stream.
Okay, so let's see. All right, so for the first one, you want me to just decide on one, or should we talk about reasoning?
You can talk about reasoning. Go for it.
All right, yeah, let's take a look. Okay, so
which one? What do you think about both of them, and which one are you going to decide?
To me, yeah, exactly. All right, so we got kind of the like red edgy aesthetic going for both of them. No, not knocking it, just saying. We got some kind of a wing motif. They both remind me of a bloody phoenix or some other such symbol of phoenixness, bird-like figures. The first one has a kind of like an eye symbol. It looks like sort of a pointed eye thing. That's quite cool. And then to really double down on that like gore phoenix aesthetic, we got a nice little blood drop at the bottom. That might not be what it is, but that's what it looks like to me. So yeah, I don't know. The first one, I really like that eye. That really speaks to me as like a recognizable symbol that you could put throughout a game, kind of like a alternate universe Assassin's Creed kind of emblem, perhaps. It's cool. I like the first one. The second one, it has a lot of latticing, so the like wings again. But it's cool. I like the talons at the bottom. They're probably not actually talons. To me, they both look like birds. So I like that one. That's cool.
Just to point out for the second one, it does actually say, I think it's SOE at the bottom, but it's so dark it blends in really well.
Oh, there are little symbols at the bottom. No, so I tried to click on it to make it bigger, but it's pretty small. But there are indeed. You can see me like leaning into on my huge monitor that we still have on, even though it's Earth Hour. Yeah, it does say SOE at the bottom. Okay, so there's like another element to the emblem. Okay, so yeah, I like the latticing on this one. It looks kind of like it's like wafting or fire-y ish, and I like that. I like the what I'm calling the talons, the things at the bottom. I don't like the top so much. It dissolves for me there. And it's overall a little bit less recognizable at a distance. Like I think if I saw this around, I'd be less likely to remember it.
It was a red blob.
Whereas I wonder who made which one. And yeah, whereas the other one, I could see start making conspiracy theories if I see that around. So I would say overall, I like the first one better, but the second one, if it were like a piece of decor, like because they're emblems, I like the first one better, but it's not like I like the design better necessarily. I just think it succeeds more as a symbol. The second one is still very cool. That is my preference. The Xandy choice.
So the first one's mine.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, it is actually. But I didn't know if you'd actually know this, but the eye with the blood drop and things, that is the Hellsing logo from the Hellsing anime.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because it makes me. As soon as I saw it, I was like, that could be like a symbol for a whole franchise. I didn't remember that, but that doesn't surprise me, and I have seen that.
So
wow, it is, isn't it?
They've just tacked on like the wings and things, but yeah, it's the Hellsing symbol.
You got me subconsciously. You got me. That was a targeted play right there.
Well, to be fair, I didn't even know if you've seen the anime, so
yeah. It probably wasn't, but I have indeed. It's great. Do you prefer Hellsing Ultimate?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
Original was just like, what's going on?
Yeah,
I don't understand. This is a bit of a mess.
It's a bit of a mess. Hellsing Ultimate.
Hellsing Ultimate abridged.
Yeah, that was just awesome.
Yes, it is. It absolutely is.
Nice. I honestly just picked that one, but my one, if you don't notice this, and I actually really hate this about emblems when they do it, it's actually too big for the emblem thing, and if you look at the edges, it just cuts to a straight line. There is a restriction on the size of it, and if you're going to make an emblem, you got to make it fit in that box. I always hate it when you get that squareness, so yeah. So the first one is definitely the best, in my opinion.
Yep.
I think that's the longest explanation of why picking an emblem, but I think it's really good. Well thought out.
That's what you get from a guy whose channel name is XandyPants. That's right.
I didn't know XandyPants was synonymous with long explanations for which emblem he's going to pick.
Well, pants are long. Pants are long, and the X, is the one of the last letters of the alphabet. So yeah, I would say it's part of the brand, if you know what I'm saying.
They're not long in the UK.
Oh yeah, right. I forgot. That gets me every time. I never ever avoid walking that. Not a single time.
Oh man, check out me and my pants. Anyway, so moving on. If you wish to win 150 platinum for your platform of choice, go into the description below and you'll find a link to a Google form which will actually show you last week's emblems. Select the emblem you like the most. Put in your in-game name. Make sure it's correct. And what was the other thing you do? Choose your platform of choice. In a week's time, you'll have... Sorry, the winners will be announced of last week's giveaway. This gets really confusing. So the winners will be announced, and you have a chance of winning 150 platinum for your platform of choice. You can enter as many times as you want, but you'll only be counted as once. Yep.
Good luck, folks. Choose wisely.
Yeah.
If you're from the future and you're choosing from the two that I chose, just think to yourself, what would Xandy do? And I think that will leave you thoroughly confused because I have no idea.
Cool. Should we move on to the dojo dusting?
Yeah.
Dojo dusting?
Yeah, basically housekeeping.
Okay. Nice.
There's only one real point on this, which is for everyone else's benefit. I forgot to update the giveaway last week for like the first 6 hours of the episode's release. So if you voted within that time, make sure you vote again, because there's a chance that it wasn't valid or whatever and it's been scrubbed. So make sure that you actually got a chance of winning. enter again. Yeah? We've lost Loz. We just have a half-face silhouette.
Yeah, no, but he's there. Earth Hour.
We think he's there. He's typing.
No, yeah, okay, I saw a little bit of lag, but no, you're there.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to try and drop my webcam because my connection is just not untrusting at the moment. So, yeah, I'll just drop the webcam for now.
So I've just got to sit here in the dark on my own. Thanks, Loz.
Well, Xandy's doing the same.
He's not in the dark.
Do you want me to close the curtains?
Yes.
Yeah? Would you prefer that? I can do that.
Make me feel better.
Yeah, I'll make you feel better. All right, hold on.
Well, basically, from what I can tell, either you can have the webcam,
just how much darker it gets,
or I can't hear you. One or the other. Which one do you want?
I think it's more important that we hear you, or you hear us.
No, I think you can hear me. I just can't hear you. I think that so that does seem more stable. I mean, I was going to try this USB dongle on the other machine. I realized this new machine doesn't even have a CD drive no more.
It's not that much darker.
Wow.
It's still pretty bright.
But I appreciate the effort there.
It's not meaningfully darker at all.
No, but I appreciate it. Yeah.
You can see more of the warm light from the monitor on my face instead of the cold light from like the middle of the day, but it's not really.
Right, so done dojo dusting. We'll move on to the cards. So, Xandy, are you aware on YouTube there is a YouTube cards facility where you can ask questions?
Facility?
Feature that you can ask questions of your community.
Yeah. So you can add these little things that could be a link to a video, but you can also put like polls in there.
Yeah. So we do that for each week. And we're going to go over the results now. So if you scroll further up in the conversation, you'll see the results. So
these 4 things. Okay, cool.
All right. So the first card we asked: should ephemera be removed from RNG? So one of the topics from last week, or at least a comment, was the fact that anyone can get an ephemera as long as they're in the right place at the right time. So if someone's dropping Shadow Stalker beacons and an ephemera drops and you're playing with like, an MR6 player, they can get it, right? So we asked the question, should they be removed from RNG? Should it be like something you work towards, like, kill the Shadow Stalker with starting equipment, like so you can either play with Mag, Volt, or Excalibur, and MK1
like
Bratton. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we asked that. 79 people responded. 12%
response is pretty clear.
Yeah. 12% said no. 25% said that they didn't care, and 62% said yes. Where do you stand on this, Sandy?
I think absolutely yes. I think that most, maybe this is my background in MMOs a little bit, but generally speaking, it's not only possible to make this not RNG. I feel like it's standard operating procedure for a lot of games like this, where the system is usually that you'll get tokens, like dungeon tokens or something in MMOs, and then you would cash those in for the ephemera. Or there would be some kind of achievement, but the achievement would be such that you're very unlikely to do it on your first go. Thinking of maybe World of Warcraft achievements, which I know you probably spent some time with.
Oh god, yeah.
And those, you could get mounts and titles and stuff. And that was generally a good way to do it because there were things that you wouldn't normally have done or go out of your way to do. You probably wouldn't do them that way on your first go, but you knew what to do because there was an achievement there. So that was a good system. That's something that I think they've discussed having be a thing in Warframe too. So it could be a pretty good fit. I'm surprised that 25% of people don't care. That surprises me, but and no, I wonder why no. I guess the feeling of some people like the RNG, maybe like that you grind it out and you don't know when you're gonna get the drop, so it's like that much of a surprise when you do. But I don't know. It just like I think that another thing to bring into this discussion is like if the goal of their system is to reward the people who have it be like a prestige reward, which is what they said is what they want from it. Obviously RNG goes counter to that, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I think pretty solidly yes, and I don't think it would be it's not one of those things where it's like, of course we would prefer it this way, but it's more work. It's kind of not. Like you could do tokens and achievements and stuff fairly easily. It would definitely be something to implement, but
so
I don't know.
So Loz, did we actually get anyone that explained their no to this?
What was was the question?
We're talking about the first card, which is should ephemera be removed from RNG?
I think it was one person who said about that they'd rather it just be a drop. They don't get the crafted part of it, but I think they like the RNG. No, they didn't want it to be a 1% drop. They wanted it to be something you had to work a lot towards, like do a hell of a lot of things to unlock.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
By the way, I've just installed some drivers. I think it's working better now.
I see a loading icon.
Yeah, your webcam's not actually turning on, so just FYI. Right, so we'll move to the second card. Do you feel that Nitane from Nightwave... Sorry, do you feel you get enough? Whoa. Loz, you've moved your webcam mic. I don't know if you have. Could you mute your mic while you change it? Yeah. So, do you feel you get enough Nitane from Nightwave? So, for Xandy's benefit, we sat down and we worked out that you can get, without going into the extra wolf creds post tier 30.
Yeah, the prestige thing, right?
Yeah. You can get 100 Nitane over the 10 weeks. Right? Yeah. If you spend all your wolf creds on Nightwave. However, people didn't like that, and they were saying that they preferred it on the chance of actually just, I'm logged in, I'm playing, I always get the opportunity to do one Nightwave a week and, sort of a day sort of thing. And we worked it out, and we're talking, if you were to keep the old system but only ever do one a day, you get 70 versus the 100 you can definitely get if you dump all the wolf creds into the Nitane, right? So my question to you, and you're probably I don't care, but do you feel you get enough Nitane from Nightwave?
Yeah, I do. I actually my knee-jerk response when this first came out, so just as a scaling thing, as I'm looking at the cred offerings right now, you get 5 Nitane for 15 wolf cred. So I think it's the cheapest offering, and there you get 5 of them. I remember thinking that seemed really aggressive. Like it seemed like you could just get piles of them for not very much at all. Excuse me. So I do think you get enough. I think that trying to compare it apples to apples like that I think makes it look bad, because you can obviously get more Nitane theoretically with less effort if you are there when the alerts spawn. But what I think is better about this system is that realistically, you're not going to be there for one Nitane alert every day without dogging the old alert Twitter alert things and stuff like that. Whereas this system, you only have to really be sitting down to play for the time you want to sit down to play every week. And if you just do what I call like the automatic ones, the ones that you might have to think a little bit about doing, but you don't really need to do them too deliberately. So like right now I have kill 150 enemies with magnetic damage. Okay, so magnetic damage, but a type of damage. So all you have to do is run a weapon that has that type innately, or just build that type on and do like Sanctuary Onslaught, and you're gonna get that done. Mark 5 mods of resources, again, more automatic ones. So this is not including doing things like kill 3 Silver Grove Spectres. It's like, all right, you do have to go out of your way to do that. If you only do those, you are going to get a reasonable amount of wolf cred, because a few of the packs of it are pretty early in the Nightwave reward track. In fact, you get 2/3 of it. I'm looking at it right now. By tier 16, so about halfway through, you get 2/3 of the wolf cred you ever get on the track, unless you prestige. So pretty early, without maxing it out at all, you're gonna get most of that Nitane, but just by playing passively. You don't even have to complete, let alone random alerts. You don't have to do anything different than normal gameplay. So I don't know. You can hear I'm coming out pretty strong in favor of the Nitane being pretty cheap. The other half of this argument, in my eyes, is that you are paying for other things with Wolf Cred. So it's not like, oh, I missed the Nightane alert, but I saw an alt helmet alert that I want. Here, they're both Wolf Cred. The helmet and the Nightane are both the same currency. Yeah. So while I do think it's pretty cheap, it kind of depends on how much you want all the other stuff. And I could see that a newer player, i.e. not me, who has pretty much all of this stuff, might feel like it's not expensive, but their cred is divided among too much. I don't know. I guess I should go on record quickly also as saying that I think you should get more Wolf Cred than you do by a little bit. But yeah, so overall, I'm not surprised that people say yes. I actually was talking to DE Pablo a little bit, and he said he thought he balanced this too high. It gives too much, he thought, but...
Wow.
Yeah.
Where do you stand on it, Loz?
I mean, I saw a point in the comments, somebody was saying exactly what Xandy just said, that if you do want all those cosmetic helmets, that there's those cosmetic helmets to get, as long with the Nightane, that you're going to want to try and get both. But the tricky thing here is, neither, and I don't think people appreciate, because this is the first Nightwave or the first Battle Pass thing that everyone's calling it, that these things aren't going away. Yeah. So you'll have the next season to get it. I think a lot of that anxiousness comes from that this is the first one. Oh, but I want that, and I want that, and I want that. It's like, well, A, it's not going away. B, it'll be interesting. I think it will also be balanced by, once people start finishing it, we see how much Wolf Cred we get. If we get another 30 Wolf Cred for every 10,000 more we do, then people are just going to start swimming in things at the end. And I think that might be why that they're saying that it might have overbalanced it, because there are going to be a lot of players who are just going to, I think, stock up on a lot of stuff at the end of the season. Yeah. So we're going to have to wait and see on that. I mean, even if they go for like 20, how much is the Nightane? I always forget.
Nightane is 5 for 15 cred.
5 for 15. Let's say they even just go for half of that per tier and just give you 15 per 10,000. I think people will still be able to pick up quite a lot of stuff in that final few weeks. Yeah. And I'm still banking on DE are going to extend this one by maybe a couple of weeks. So they said 10 originally. I bet you there's going to be a lot of pressure in those last few weeks. People are like, oh, but I'm so close. And that this one's going to run a bit long so that people get to... Because it is the first one. So some people probably were like, oh, what, Warframe's got a battle pass? Yeah, I'm not interested. Then they came back a week later and were like, oh, but I'm behind now. Oh, I want to get this stuff. So... And I've said before, I think it's good that DE does that, because it also allows them to maybe extend one, maybe a week or two longer. People can still suck up on stuff, and then they get more dev time before they drop the next one, which can be useful. But obviously, they can't just keep running it like 3-4 weeks, because people are like, oh, what's the point? And it never refreshes. So, but I don't know. I think they're going to be the ones who make the end of judgment. They can look at the numbers and see how people are spending all their Wolf Creds. But to me, it seems fine. A new player's got a lot on their plate, but is that a bad thing?
Yeah, having there be choices is good. That's another criticism I've heard that I don't so much jive with, where people say, well, you can't get everything. It's like, you're not supposed to be able, like, what would be the point? They should just give you it if you can get everything.
So let's go to the results. We have 78 people who responded. 1% said that they couldn't do Nightwave. 17% said that no, they don't feel they get enough, and 80% said that they do feel they get enough.
Oh, have you not linked me these graphs, by the way? Because
they're in the group chat. Scroll to the top.
In the group chat at the top.
I thought saving you actually doing the thing.
Great. I was hunting for them. I was like, where are they? I don't find them. I'm supposed to be linking them.
So one thing that I kind of want to ask a card at right now. So I don't know how you guys have felt, but this week's Nightwave, I have felt quite meh about, because so many of the Nightwaves haven't stacked on top of each other. You can't do a sortie and the syndicate missions at the same time. You can't do fishing, and you can't do, like, the only one that you could really do was the Xmas unit one, but the problem with that is Xmas units are best in like arbitrations or
there was a do one sortie which would stack if you got the Xmas Stronghold sortie.
If you got it, which
if you got it,
I didn't.
I think it was on the first day. Or the first
I think it was on the first day, because I did the sortie one the first day, I think. Yes, because no, wait, we did it the second day, because we did it with Zale, didn't we?
Yeah, that's
Zale, we did it on Tuesday. Yeah. So, but I want to ask the card here, right? Would you like the ability to re-roll a challenge, a weekly challenge for wolf creds, or you know the battle pass creds. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good. Well, okay, maybe I shouldn't answer because then we're gonna warp the data.
I just don't. I don't know. I find again, this is people complaining about the first run through the system, and they obviously want to try and get all the points and finish it all. And but seriously, by Night Wave 2 or 3, you're not going to care by this point. As long as you're ahead of the curve, you're getting everything. You really aren't going to care. I honestly, I'm refusing to do the get the 10. I refused to do it last week. I refused to do this week to get Eidolon fish, and this week I'm refusing also to do. So I'm going to drop 6,000 this week. I dropped 5,000 the 10,000 the first week, 5,000 the second week. I'm not doing the 10 syndicate missions because I just don't want to. But I'm at rank 21, I think, or 20-ish, and I'm like, there's plenty of weeks left. I think we're halfway through now. You should be on par. You need to be about 15 to finish the thing. Yeah. I don't care. I just do what I can, and I think that's fine.
Yeah, well, I mean, the test of the system with integrity would be to just play, and does it honestly feel like you have to go out of your way or not? You know, and I feel like I'm exactly where you are, Loz. I've just been trying not to force it too much, keeping in mind that I stream 4 days a week for hours, so obviously that's not what everyone does, but you know, trying not to go too far out of your way, unless you just honestly want to. And am I caught up? Yes, you know. So it feels like the balance is pretty good, but I completely agree with you. It's kind of like people haven't done it before. We haven't gotten through it before, so it's very hard to take the leap of faith that you'll have enough, even if we know the math. You could miss 13,000 every week, but it just doesn't feel like it. You know, you get nervous when you do. So
I know it's just craziness about it. It's just don't need to know it all. I mean, honestly, I think Nightwave is probably one of the best things about a Warframe, and it makes me want to log in. And before that, I was like, oh, why have I got to log in? This makes me want to log in. But at the same time, I've realized, and I've come to the conclusion, you don't have to do everything, Xeno.
Yeah.
No, but I want to do everything. I want something to do in the game. I feel like I don't like doing the fish. You've turned around and said like, I'm not going to do the fish ones. I can appreciate that, but I still want something to do, and I feel like I'm getting my appreciation points from, or my EPing points from doing Nightwave. But like some of the tasks, I just don't want to do.
You can't. No, that's why I don't like this. You can't complain and say like, "Oh, I want things to do, but I don't want to do those things." It's like, then just don't do them. Come on, they give you a fresh daily every day to do. Some of them are just a bit.
But why? Like, some of the tasks are like really big and hefty, like do 5 sortie missions, right?
I see. Yeah, I think we agreed on that one. That you don't need to re. That really shouldn't.
No, maybe it's a case of like the elite ones can't be re-rolled, but it's like I don't mean re-roll the dailies either, right? I've got zero issue with the daily ones because again, you can just turn them down. But it's like the middle tier ones where I expect to be able to do, you know, that and something else at the same time, which you just can't do if they railroad you into doing something, right? Yeah. You know, fish, cool. I've actually run out of bait for Merc Rays, right? Because the fishing for the last few days has just been freaking. Anyway, let's not worry about it too much. Let's get on with the rest of the cards.
Yeah, but still, no, it's true that there are some challenges that
just suck.
Maybe could be looked at a little, but again, another symptom of this is the first go round. Like, I think they'll probably learn, and there'll be better challenges in the future. Like, the 5 sculptures one, that was maybe going a little far. Like,
yeah, I mean,
you know,
another good thing about this system is it would tell DE quite clearly people don't want to do these things to the point of they would spend money, valuable resource to just
not do them, right?
Exactly, right? You know, Jesus Christ, what is wrong with this chair? I need to get a new chair. I really do.
It's sinking.
It really is.
Xeno's chair is sinking him into the ground.
Xeno's chair hates Xeno. I know I'm fat, but I'm not that fat. Right. Cool. Let's move on to the third card. Right. Okay. This is quite a simple one. Would you like to have harder to kill Xmas 2.0? Right. So, Xandy, I don't know if you remember, many moons ago, DE revealed a prototype of an improved Xmas Charger. I think no, not Charger. Which one was it? Crawler. Crap. Which one was the?
I think it was the Lurcher, the hunchbacky.
No, it was the four-legged one. It was like morphed from the Grenadier. I can't remember which one that one is.
A Charger, yeah.
It is a Charger.
It was the one morphed from the Corpus. It was a.
Yeah, I think it was
a Lurcher.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a Charger. Anyway, so do you remember when they put
I think it was a Lurcher, right?
Yeah.
And then we all complained because we said if it was a Charger, how would we hit it if it had it on the bottom?
Right. Okay.
Right.
That's one of the complaints.
But you remember the thing where they had those weak spots? Yeah. Okay. Cool.
They put the spots on it, right?
Are they leapers?
Anyway, so
leapers.
Right. Okay. Okay, so 75 people responded to this. 34% said that no, they didn't want it, and 65% said yes, they did. This was due to a topic basically saying instead of having armor scaling, we should have crazy prefix conditions to enemies, and like we'd have like a minion
modifiers.
Yeah, exactly. And they're basically they were just Xmas 2.0 stuff, and we thought, would people be interested? Would you be interested in Xmas 2.0?
Yeah, so full disclosure, I wanted the vulnerability points. Everybody's complaint was, what if there's like 20 of these on the map? And I thought that was a really boring complaint because you could just say you can only have one of these enemies existing per player in the squad at a time. And then that's it, problem solved. We also, as a second point, we actually did get these enemies because they're basically the arbitration drones.
Yeah.
Arbitration drones are those enemies. I feel like basically we said no and they were like, we're going to repackage it. And I respect that because I wanted that. So I don't know. So full disclosure, I feel like I've already gotten what I want to some degree, but I do think it would be nice. I do think having the multipliers on the enemies, the crazy prefix modifiers and stuff, I think that'd be cool. To a point, I think overall the discussion always goes that we don't want to add more bulk to the enemies. We want to make them harder to kill, like more difficult to kill, not more spongy to kill. I think they go hand in hand. I think that Warframe scaling is not as bad as people say it is until you get to like level 100, and then it just falls apart. It starts falling apart. So having that maybe taper off a little bit alongside a system like that, I would be down. Again, I kind of feel like you can, if you disagree, you can test this by playing arbitrations.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I wish I could come out stronger for this, but I feel like because we have it, I'm having difficulty fighting for it more because I feel like I already got what I wanted.
Yeah.
But I'm interested that my impression was that people really didn't like this, so I'm surprised to see 65% saying okay.
I think Reddit didn't like it.
Yeah.
They get an idea and then they never let go of it.
Mm.
Right. Then we have our last card from last week. Have you experienced issues during Buried Debt? So there were quite a few people complaining about limbo during Buried Debt. Do you know what I'm referring to?
No, I actually don't. I saw that. I was like, yes, with limbo. Like, people had a problem with limbo specifically?
Right. So the original poster was basically saying that there was a huge bug where he would put up a cataclysm bubble, right? And then enemies could shoot into the cataclysm bubble and either kill the limbo or the box that he was protecting,
okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So that that barrier should still be there, sort of thing. And he put up like a stasis, and the enemies would be able to just walk past the stasis. So it's quite clearly a bug. And the whole point of this card was who else has experienced problems and things. So 77 people responded. 10% said yes with limbo specifically. 22% said yes, but with another frame. Loz, did we get any comments on that?
People were saying it was something to do with the arachnoids that they were able to do it, and one of the ospreys is what was causing all the issue. And
right.
They just somehow the damage is just going straight through just ignoring it.
Right.
What people were saying.
And 67% said no. Cool. Right. So that's it for the cards. At this point in time, we do the Patreon questions. And then we'll get back to the community responses from last week.
Well, there's 4 Patreon questions from Zoogle, so let's just go through it. So first of all, remember do you clean out your mods on Warframe card? Well, do you clean out your Discord direct messages as well?
No. I only found out this was a thing recently.
Did you send me one, Zoogle?
No. So on your direct messages, you can actually just kill the one. So, like, you know, if we've had a conversation, you can just go, oh, I'm going to close this for now.
Oh, only groups occasionally, yeah.
Yeah, only groups.
But Zrugal, you did send me a message. It was awesome. A video. It was good. Zrugal also asked, did you ever tell Joey Zero what bonus duck meant?
I think so.
Bonus duck.
Inform me, I guess.
So
bonus duck.
This is 2 weeks ago now. I don't even know how it started. We started talking about bonus duck. There was a story to do with my friends, talking with Big Jim ID, and he got confused because he was uncertain to whether or not I was saying bonus duck or bonus duck. Right? And like, so we asked the question and everything, and just, you know, put it up as a card and everything. But this kept on coming up through the week when doing the 24-hour stream, when doing the arbiters, like, you know, it just kept on coming up. And Joey just like, what the hell are you talking about? And it was all to do with one episode of 10 o'clock. This has been going on for 2 weeks now.
Stuck.
Yeah, bonus stuck.
Right. You know what? I'll look this up now.
Next card. Next question.
Have you been keeping up with the recent happenings with EA and Anthem?
Whatever Loz has told me.
Oh my god, can they just bloody make the game work now? It's ridiculous. Short story, they bloody still won't give us the loot. They do a patch and they take loot away, guaranteed loot, from doing the only thing in the game, which was dropping guaranteed. They went, oh yeah,
that was
put a guaranteed drop on the boss. They then took that away with a patch. Is it garbling?
No.
Okay, cool. They took that away with a patch. Then they went, oh well, we'll just the thing, like what the equivalent of like an emblem for your body, right? And they put a price on it for the in-game currency of more than a whole armor set. When these things should be cheap, it's just mental. There's now a theory running out there that basically all of Anthem's money and loot system is actually being run by an AI. Because there's some evidence of a leaked post. There's a leaked post of some data things saying that EA are basically trying to make an AI that what the goal of the AI is to kind of keep you playing but not give you too much loot. So sometimes it'll give you a bit and then it'll hop back. So, and there's a theory that that's why EA aren't that mad about Anthem and BioWare, because the whole thing is a test bed for an AI system for trying to increase player retention. There's no real evidence, just a leaked post with some screenshots from a PowerPoint with Anthem being used and it's showing about ads and things.
That sounds just conspiratorial enough to be a thing that's true. Like, I'm so upset that my first reaction was, I believe that. Like,
yeah, exactly. It's like there's no true evidence. Obviously, you know, we don't 100%. But you just feel like it could be true for EA to do that.
It bothers you.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Wow,
I mean, it would fit even as well. Like, why did Anthem get chucked out a door a year before BioWare clearly would need it to be done? Well, because EA doesn't mind too much of it. And they're like, oh, no, you're fine. Release it early because we want this test data on this AI, and then you've got a year to keep adding to your game. And then we won't fire you, so it's fine. You're kind of a test bed. So you get your game out, you can improve it, but we get our precious data.
And so they also, I mean, there's precedent. It's not like they know some people are going to stick around one way or another. So
yeah, and basically just the whole community just give us loot. Seriously, the game is. Sorry, no. Along with that, right? There's a limited amount of items that you can carry. So what players were doing is they were carefully going through these dungeon instances, not picking up the loot that they didn't want, right? Because once you hit that cap, if an item you do want drops, like a legendary, and you're full on loot, you can't pick it up. Then the patch made it that if your allies can pick up loot for you.
What?
So they would basically, your allies would fill your load of loot, and then you see a legendary drop.
What? No, come on. Oh, man.
Are they just fucking retarded?
It literally is 1 step forward, 1 step right, and 7 steps back every patch.
Like, do the hustle.
Yeah. Yep, anyway. That's the next question from Zoogle is: I hear the Division 2 is pretty good. Any interest in that? You guys played the Division 2 at all?
No, I'm waiting.
I'm going to be.
I'm waiting for Loz's thump of approval.
It's all right. It's harder. It's quite a bit harder, and it's solo play.
Wait. You say harder. Do you actually mean difficult, or do you just mean things are more of a bullet sponge?
No, that's my impression is the opposite. That's
I think the bullet
division is
sponge
the anti-bullet sponge thing.
I'd say the bullet sponge is about equal.
But
right, here's the difference though. In the other game, I love just running up to people and running around with a gun and going, ah! It wants you use cover, and if you're not in cover, you will die quickly, right? You have to be playing a strategic game of you getting cover there, then I'll cover you here, and that kind of stuff. So it's a lot more realistic on that sense. There are still a few bullet spongy mobs, in my opinion, though. The lesser mobs are definitely on the bottom end. Like bullet sponginess is definitely down, but occasionally just spawns a purple or yellow, and there's still a bit of bullet spongy.
Yeah, but like,
it is more engaging.
Cool.
I remember when we were doing like the harder dungeons / instances from the first one.
Russian embassy.
Everything was a fucking bullet sponge, right? It would take you 4 clips to kill one thing.
Ooh,
right?
Yeah, that's too much.
Have you got to that point in the game?
No, I'm still working through it.
Okay, I'm still waiting.
The last point I say that I don't actually like about it is that Anthem does the same thing with the plot. Both in the first Division game, it was kind of like you're just an agent, faceless agent. We've deployed agents. And you were just a agent in the crowd.
Are you going Freeman now?
It makes you out like you're an important Division agent. There's not as many, and that you're the one who the lady can call you the sheriff. She's got this map of models, and you're the sheriff, and you're going to help clear up the city. And it's like, but then you go do missions, and you got people with you. And Anthem does the same thing. It's like you are the freelancer of importance, and then you summon to a mission, and there's 3 other people with you, and it's just like, well, who are these people?
Yeah,
I don't like that. That's just a minor gripe. The game is
definitely not a game I was going to play for story. That's true.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's not really. Yeah. Anyway, that's it for the questions. Let's move on quickly to the community replies. I don't have too many this week. Right, I had to do this one first. Brad, the claustrophobic xenomorph with braces, that is the name, asks Xeno, how can I get the Xenogelian glyph? Apparently the Z.
Go watch The Arbiters.
On the other channel now, you have to...
Oh, shit!
That's why I brought this up.
Okay, yeah, so go to...
I imagine maybe link in the comments.
So, first, you mean the description?
That's the one.
Okay.
Link in the description.
That's the one.
Oh, shit, this has just gotten really fucking complicated, hasn't it? Oh, God.
There will be a link in the description of this video, which will take you to Xenogelian's main channel. On there, you have to watch the most current episode of the Arbiter's Axis?
What? Assessment?
Assessment! Arbiter's Assessment. Arbiter's Assessment.
You're the one who bloody named it.
I can't remember.
You did.
I can't remember.
It's hilarious. Like,
anyway,
I remember stuff that you do, and you remember stuff that I do, but we can't remember what each of us do.
No. That's the point. But anyway, so you need to go into that link in the description, go to Xeno's main channel, where on there you will find Arbiter's Assessments videos. Go watch the most current one, and you'll be able to get them. However, Sean Montgomery does reply also, Xeno, with new channel, new partner emblem.
Very, very unlikely.
Yeah. Also, though, separate though, I doubt we're getting unlikely for a second one. But you did also say about updating your emblem, didn't you?
Yes. So the artist involved in that is having issues with their job. They have to sort that out. And then, we literally spoke about it yesterday. So it's on the forefront of her mind, but she has to sort out her salary, her income, before, because she can't live off the money I've given her for this glyph. So it is on its way.
Lovely. Andy Norman, or Flary.
Having fun there.
Biggest problem I found for buried debt on X1. If someone leaves your squad as you're doing a fracture, host migration, you lose the fracture and can't pick up the canister. So you can do 3 out of 4 and then you lose it.
Oh, that sucks.
That does suck.
Ugh. Yeah, that didn't happen to me, but that's gross.
Yeah. Did you say specifically Xbox on that one?
Catch a target. What?
Okay, can you drop the webcam? Because you were just talking, we couldn't hear you, and yeah. Drop the webcam. Okay. Appreciate it, you trying.
I don't think it'll make much difference. I'm watching the... seems fine. Anyway, so yeah, okay. So host migration does save most things in missions, like when you are capturing the target or rescuing the target, but it doesn't seem to save this, and I imagine that's because it's an event, which probably maybe it wasn't thought of long-term back stuff. So that is really upsetting. The only thing I would say is maybe try and force yourself to be the host, and that way,
good luck.
If you start the mission while it's not waiting, and that way you can, yeah.
So, did you say a specific platform, or was it just
that was Xbox One?
Right, I thought you did say that. Okay.
Yeah. Right, moving on. Adrian says, now, have you guys watched the Megamo interview?
Yes, really good.
No,
I wanted to put it on as community shoutouts, but I forgot. I'm an idiot. Yeah,
there are apparently two male frames coming after the Whis, and one of them is referred to as the Runner. So I wondered if you guys wanted to think about or discuss what you guys feel about 2 male frames in a row.
We had 2 female frames in a row.
Yeah, that seems right.
Yeah,
and the running frame, though? I mean, I think Reb also replied with, like, I hope you guys like sports cars. Now, isn't Volt already kind of the running frame?
Hey. If we can actually transform into an F1 car, I mean, I'm pretty sure Headshot's going to be all for this. Yeah? So,
that sounds cool.
I don't think we're going to have much joy on the plains because I don't think there's any roads there. But we know there's roads out on Orb Vallis.
That's right.
You know? So,
ooh.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure we all know that this is a topic near and dear to my heart. So the racing frames. In fact, no, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm really down for this, but like I remember way back when, like Loki was the fastest frame, and if you were to put on, I think this was without Volt speed, and if you were to put on, was it 4 sprint auras? He could run faster than either A, the doors could open, B, the tiles could load, and C, the enemies could spawn.
No, you needed Volt speed for it. You put on auras as well? Plus rush. Yeah, because Loki is the one with the highest base run speed.
Right, okay. Yeah. So, yeah, but the whole point was that he could outrun the game engine, basically.
The game itself, yeah.
And I'm interested to know how they're tackling this for quote-unquote the runner.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, where does the speed have to go? And well, listen, I have an exciting little sneak peek for you. Literally, as we speak, a new drift frame tier list is encoding right now. So this is very near and dear to my heart. I have a lot to say about this, so I will limit myself, I promise. But yeah, exactly. Like, because Loki has the base movement speed, usually the case is that he's going to be faster if nobody has buffs, but Volt is faster with his buff. It's just that if Loki can get the Volt buff, he becomes even quicker. So there's a question of how far can you push it? You know, like can we go faster than that? I already felt like I was making that video. I can't even pilot a lot of the builds that I was showing because it's just too fast. Like I can't control it. You have to practice just to be able to move around the map at the speeds that are required.
As someone that actually has like a lot of experience with speeding around the maps and things, I've played quite a bit of Nezha, and one thing I find is if you sort of like skip sliding, you can actually build up a lot of momentum, right? Have you ever tried this?
So describe the movement process.
So basically, you sprint, you slide, you get back up into a sprint, you slide, you get back up into a sprint, you slide. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure it actually builds up momentum.
The butt scoots, yeah. So you don't want to let the whole slide run out. It's like at the beginning of the slide, you build speed, and then you want to stop very, very soon. You just want to tap it. Right. That makes you go really fast. Rolling also helps too. Nezha with rolls can go even a little bit faster.
Have you tried it with speed, Volt speed?
Doing the same tactic?
Yeah.
So Nezha kind of benefits from it. It's just that because his passive gives him the reduced friction and the slidiness, he builds a lot of speed by doing the little butt scoots. Yeah. And he gets pretty significant diminishing returns from getting more speed buffs because not only can he run all the speed mods, he also has Firewalker has a small but significant speed boost. So it's not that it doesn't make a difference. It's just that he already has so much movement speed, and his base sprint speed is not that. I'm going to check this right now, but his base sprint speed is not that high as I recall.
I think it's less than Loki.
It's 1.15, so that's not bad, but it's not that fast. So he'll get a okay benefit from it, but nothing crazy. So yeah, I mean, it helps certainly. He just maybe I would say doesn't need it. But yeah, no, it helps. Rolling helps too.
Cool. Lots of further questions. Sorry, further responses.
Cool. Yeah. Actually, well, the last thing actually I was going to say about the runner is that I don't see how, ignoring the speed element of it, is its abilities going to be based on running? Because then is it going to be like, as it runs through enemies, it does damage? Because then that trips on Nezha's territory. And
yeah, well, I see what you're trying to say. There's like a design space problem. Nezha has like the Eat My Dust design niche is actually kind of already taken because that's what Nezha does. Yeah,
and then Excalibur and Rhino already have the I slam my face into you abilities. So it's like I'm a bit dubious on this.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see. I mean, having just made literally a tier list of this, what speed niche do we not have? So we have like just speed boosting. We have Zephyr with the floaty speed. We have the Eat My Dust thing. We have like tackling people, like Riot Tackle. What do we not have? Well, one thing I noticed is that we don't really have like our bullet jump, like parkour movers. We don't have a lot of that. We do have
Titania have
Titania, Mirage, and Nyx has an arcane helmet that has it. But there isn't a lot of it. It's just like bullet jump stuff. Mirage has a little bit of like her other maneuvers get faster, but something that could be added would be like you get a second bullet jump, or like you get more jumps. That doesn't really fit runner, but that's a niche we don't have. Man, yeah, I don't know. Like maybe something more like Excalibur's super jump, that old ability that I never got to use, but I've seen.
Super jump.
But you jump like laterally, not up. I don't know. I don't think maybe they wouldn't do that, but the older
Zephyr?
players would be hyped. I don't know.
Isn't a lateral forward jump like Zephyr's just thing?
The only thing I can genuinely think of is that it's a more intelligent system. So, like, if you're running towards something you can't climb over, like, I'm watching footage of my Nezha right now, and occasionally I'm bumping into things that, if it was a part of the game, I could technically vault over, just, get my hand and then just leap over it. Maybe they could do something along those lines. So it's an intelligent enough system to go, I'm just going to jump over that. Obviously not to the extent of Nezha's, what's friction, just smashing into stuff. But,
You're talking about like a free running ability almost.
Almost. So I don't know if it could be like considered the passive or whatever, but it's sort of like a bit smarter in its movement.
Fair enough.
See that maybe. It sounds complicated, but I definitely could see that being a thing.
I think it would only be complicated in the code. But yeah.
In gameplay, it would be manageable.
Right, I'm going to move on. Just finish the ones that we got left. So Scott Skellybones. I actually just learned this today, but if you go talk to Samaris in a relay and ask about the rewards for Onslaught, he explains how Cora's parts came to be there. They were because we had talk last week with Zale.
Yeah. No, not Zale. It was
No, it wasn't Zale, was it? Starly.
Yeah.
It was about why it links out that clearly Cora was supposed to be on the plains because that's where the lore was leading, and all of a sudden she's just in the new content because that's how it always is. Moving on, Zrugal says, hey, remember when Loz used to lay on the floor during 10 o'clock? He can't do that anymore. I bet he misses it. This is the point where he laid his head on the desk. I can technically do it on the floor. I won't do it now because there's no webcam to prove it, so I'll do it next week. This works.
But you have to put the microphone there.
Yes, but it's on a handy stand. Or I can just hold it because it's on an Orbi thing. So I can just hold it. Anyway, I would like to complain that JoJo reference from Star delinked. You didn't make it into the description, Xeno.
Okay.
Look at that.
How could you do
7.
How could you do that?
I know, Xeno. Just people waiting for their JoJo. Zalza7 said, Xeno, heard you were looking for me. Zero gaming dude with zero.
It resolved. It's been resolved.
Lovely. Biscuit Farmer. Loz, you should read JoJo. It's pretty good. I've been reading it on my commute for the past month. Sadly, I hate commuting, so I live as close as I can to work, and I'm literally like 5 minutes door to door, so I don't have any sitting down or commuting, because commuting is hell. Lastly, Nazeth. Unlike Xeno, I can spend all day on Warframe, but I still prefer the new Nightwave system, because it means I can get those last few aura mods or helmets without having to wait around for them just to miss them for one reason or another. And I just want to finish that, because I think it's a great addition about the Nightwave system. You don't go, oh, time to get up. Oh, I missed a aura mod that I've been waiting for, and it was up in 3 a.m. while I was sleeping.
Yeah,
that being gone is an amazing buff, and yeah. Anyway, that's it for the comments. Let's move on to the topics this week, Xeno.
What topics? No, I'm joking. Right. So first topic. Hold F to lock into melee only. You can already see technical issues with that.
I was like,
Right. Riven Trading and Tool Builders Phase 1. And so I need to find... I should hotkey my controller! Genius! Right. And then the wolf spawns after the mission. So that's topic 3. So move straight into... Yeah, so move straight into topic 1. Okay. Pressing E constantly is annoying. Switching to melee attack on the mouse button while doing block combo can easily cause you to be forced out of melee. Aim gliding forces you out of melee. Getting tired of shooting my gun when I want to swing my melee weapon. The new system is clearly designed around using both throughout the mission equally. Allow us to hold F to lock into melee only. This button function is no longer used. Everything else stays how it is. Right. Now, I'm not going to say no to this. I do have a vague solution, which is just take your melee weapon. You don't have to take a gun.
Yeah, you can do that. That's true.
So, but like, oh god, I just want to. Is this really a problem? Like,
maybe don't move it off of E is another thing. You don't have to have it on E.
Yeah, I mean that was my biggest complaint, wasn't it? I was going to move it on to R and then put reloading on E, probably.
Well, you know you can just push the context button to reload.
If you turn it on, sure. But it's turned off by default.
Why would you ever not have that on?
Because it's turned off by default.
I know, so turn it on. Good job.
Yeah, but most people don't know it's an option.
Yeah, you could be complaining about it because you don't know. That's true.
Yeah.
Then we should tell the universe.
Okay.
But also, everyone, I'm sorry, if you play it on PC, get a mouse with a side button.
Also,
just one button.
You can't tell people to just spend money.
I can't. Oh, there's no camera. I can and I will.
But
buy more objects.
Capitalism. Anyway.
Graphic. Sorry.
The other thing I'll point out, Loz, is that some people, like myself, may still use X as their context-sensitive action button.
You're just wrong and need to be put down then.
Well, there's another button called R.
Well, do you know what? I have E for context and reload, and you know what I don't push? Other buttons. And you know what? It's really easy to push? E.
Wow. So where's your quick melee?
On the mouse. Didn't listen to my other comments? Get a mouse with more buttons.
Xandy, please be the voice of reason in this.
Buy more things. Yeah.
Buy more things.
Listen, all right? You can't... Okay, 2 things. First of all, about the mouse thing, because I think it's funny. To be fair, you can buy a mouse that has a programmable side button for very little money. So to be fair, that isn't like rah-rah capitalism too much. That is like... I don't like that argument, but I have to admit that actually is somewhat reasonable. I don't want to admit that, but I feel like it is. But anyway, I mean, obviously, you shouldn't have to go get a new mouse. That should be something they do in the game. I feel like making me the voice of reason for this topic is hard because I use this weird. Oh, should I show it? I have the split keyboard, which is like not the same situation. So if we just pick this up here, and you can see we have this here keyboard in two halves, right?
No, wait, what? Can you show me? Like what the hell?
Yeah, right. So you just sit like this, you know, and you have your arms like this, and you just put them there, and then you type. So because I have that position, I've offset all my keybinds. So one side effect is that when I start playing a game, I have to rebind everything because I use I can't even say off the top of my head ESDF instead of WASD for every game.
Wow.
And if other people want to use my keyboard, then they just hate their lives. So I rebind everything. So I notice a lot when there are weird key binding things that are annoying. And I think it's okay in Warframe. I do agree that the locking you out of being able to aim glide with your melee out is actually kind of bad because then you can't block while aim gliding. That feels relevant, and is something I think you'd want to do. I guess my biggest pushback against any complaint about the melee system right now is that it's not intended to be done. Yeah. You know, like we're getting more of it. This isn't the whole thing, and I think that when they rework how combos are performed and hopefully change the way blocking works, because there are some mods like Guardian Derision and Electromagnetic Shielding that just don't make sense right now. Because you can't block on demand. So like they do something when you block, but you cannot choose to block. You have to take out the weapon and just hope that you end up blocking when something shoots you. So that's weird right now. Yeah, I don't know. So I mean, I hate to say this, but personally, I would like to just put off the issue. I think if they want to fix it once, fix it well when they've got the whole system out. I think that's fine. See footnote at are we keeping channeling? We could use that button for it. You know,
He's going into standing. He's going into standing desk mode.
What's happening?
You're confusing Loz. It's fine.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I
dropped. Type with them that way with the keyboards like that.
Yeah, I'll do it right now. Let's type some example words. Yeah.
Oh my god, I want that now.
It's ergonomic. It feels good because you can have it like your arms are at your sides, and all you have to do is lift your arms. You don't move your wrists at all, and they're just on the keyboard.
Out of interest, do you have your hand suspended in the air, or have you got your arm leaning on anything? I mean, obviously not right now because you're standing up.
So I have two chairs. One of them has armrests and one of them doesn't. Yeah. But I usually don't. So it does get tiring for your arms. My feel is that you need to step away from the computer if it gets tiring for your arms. But it doesn't hurt my wrists, which was what was hurting me. And I find that my arms, I'm okay with that problem. It feels more solvable to me. But it does indeed. You don't rest your hand, flat on a surface because it's like this, and you have to kind of hold it up. That does eventually put a strain on your arm because you have to lift up your arms. But it doesn't. I don't feel it really damages them. It's just you have to hold them up, and so it feels better for me. But
right,
I'm link me this keyboard. It's amazing.
I'm really tempted to get. So this is going really off topic. I'll just be brief. I'm really tempted to set up something so I can actually swap my top and bottom monitors around like that without interrupting anything. The reason for this is, and have a second webcam so that if like doing 10 o'clock or whatever, I want to start standing up instead, then I can. But I haven't actually gotten to a point of actually doing that. So you're right, Loz. I should investigate this.
Well, one solution about the holding your arms up thing, just quickly, is one configuration I've seen people use is that I have these two here. I'll try to show it again.
Yeah.
I have these two like heavy duty camera. There they are. These things, these heavy duty camera mounts that are holding it there. So one thing I saw somebody do is they put those on the bottom of their chair so that they can just sit with their arms completely limp and relaxed at their sides, not up, just down. And they just type, like they're just sitting there like they're just sitting, and they type without moving at all, literally at all.
Wow.
That is the optimal position. I think there are some problems with that, but and it does require a lot more rigging. It's not something you can just buy. You'd have to really build that. But that is like the advanced mode of doing that. My problem with that is that what happens when you bring the desk up, you know?
Yeah.
That's why I didn't do that. But anyway, so some thoughts, some options. Let's go back down.
I love how the background looks like he's just walked off a pirate ship. I mean, there's a map in the background, some flowers.
Yeah, that's
your fan, which keeps stopping randomly, by the way.
No, it's meant so it has a mode that. So this fan has a mode on it that randomizes the speeds.
We have derailed
so it looks like
so
actual
hard.
Wind. So sometimes people say, you know, like your window's open, there's a breeze or something. Like it's an artificial like breeze maker. It's like a normal fan, but it has a setting that is like breeze mode to make it look like it's naturally blowing in the wind, right?
That's pretty damn awesome.
It's pretty try hard pirate ship setup.
Oh.
Well, I just love that me and Xeno's backgrounds are just our rooms, whereas yours looks amazing and that she looks like a pirate ship. We are woefully ill-equipped for the Xeno.
Well, one
back
thing.
to the topic.
One thing I actually want to do, Loz, is actually properly invest in a green screen, basically, and do that thing that Joey did with the whole we're in Cetus or we're in or Valis or because that honestly was really inspiring. I thought that was just so damn really cool. Anyway, sorry. Let's do this.
Well, I think we don't agree with this person anyway. So,
I can appreciate where they're coming from. I'm totally on board with what Xandy's saying. You know, we've not finished iterating through this system yet.
Right.
You know, we haven't got the final product yet. I'm actually, I don't know if I'm too cold on this, but like I really feel that just sword alone it. If you want to bloody, you know, sword alone, just fucking sword alone. You know, oh, but I want the choice to swap to guns. Well, if you want the choice, the whole point of this system is to make it better so we don't have a crazy, ludicrous melee combat system that really is kind of old and outdated. It's one of the worst aspects of the game.
Yeah.
So...
yeah.
It's in the name of progress, is what you're saying.
Exactly.
Yeah, like I feel that. I mean, I don't want to say people have no point because I feel like it would be nice to have more customization, but to say that this is worse, although I guess that's not what's being said necessarily, but yeah, I can't really agree there. That's true.
A large part of me just wanted to say embrace change, but then as soon as I thought that, I was like Brexit and Article 13 and 11. I was just like, fuck change. Embrace good change, not bad draconian change.
There we go.
Anyway, Loz is currently seething, so we'll probably have to give him a minute to get to the replies.
Do you both disagree about that?
No. We both are on the same page about how draconian. It's like
bye internet.
Yeah.
Bye. That was nice.
I want to say something, but I realised it would be considered hate speech.
Yep. That too. Welcome to Strip 1. Anyway, moving on. So, yes, we go to the comments.
Yeah, please.
What do people else say about this? Tenno are called Warriors of Blade and Gun, so the new system being designed around using both throughout a mission equally is a given.
No.
I don't. Yeah, I'm not. I still don't like the. I don't think the melee system does a very good job of promoting slow weapons. It just doesn't get any. They don't get anything from it, in my opinion. But definitely for fast weapons, to be able to go stab, stab, shoot, stab, stab, shoot, stab, stab, shoot is just amazing, and it does feel so much more freeing.
Yeah, that's a good point about slow weapons are getting the worst end of the stick in a lot of ways with melee and need to be made much stronger for it to be a fair trade.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Do you think there should be a toggle allow me to aim glide with melee?
I do think the ability to aim glide with a melee weapon is theoretically something desirable just because of the way blocking works at the moment, but otherwise I don't really feel it matters. The only thing is that I recall when they were talking about the problem is they've changed what they said about Melee 3.0 so many times now that I'm not sure they're still doing this, but just hypothetically, they said that, maybe you can do combos in the air and stuff like that. That sounds cool, but like we need to be able to keep our melee weapon out in the air.
Yeah.
Yes, and blocking in the air, again, that is kind of significant perhaps. Especially for weapons that have larger block percentages, like you could get a lot of survivability out of just being airborne and blocking. You could run like Aviator, and then you've got like a shield, and that's 85% damage reduction, and then 40%, and that's a lot. I can see why you would care about being able to do that. That's all I'm trying to say.
I'm actually just going to load Warframe for a minute because I know there is actually a melee only mission on the anniversary stuff. I'm wondering, can you actually aim glide in the air when you're forced to have melee only?
I think you can. I want to say you can because I did it one time. I was melee only incidentally one time, and I think I did, but I don't want to say for sure.
Right, well, I'll just load this and check. Right, the next comment is, it definitely needs some quality of life improvements, like an option for the quick melee button to toggle between melee and guns rather than just melee attacking.
What? No.
Wait, there's no quick melee button anymore.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, I think. Just
there is.
Yeah.
What?
So quick melee is E, but when you only quick melee once, right? After that, you're in melee swing mode, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So it's the transition from gun to blade. Now, whenever I want to swap to, because I turned on the use left mouse button to melee mode. Whenever I want to use melee, I have to tap E to swap into it, and then I could just go into my mouse, right? Okay. Which is what I personally prefer. Yeah, sure. I think that's a nice quality of life improvement.
It's interesting you say that because I use my scroll wheel for melee. So the way I would melee is I'm shooting, and then I want to start meleeing, start scrolling. I start using the scroll wheel. And I immediately go into combos, which I think is great. And then I can just go back out. And then if I need to do like charges and stuff, I still have, for me, it's E, not W, because of the weird keyboard thing. I can, mix in like the scroll and the hold with a button. And I have two buttons that are, they're not both buttons. But that's interesting. I haven't tried the left click one yet.
Yeah.
So you when you're forced to melee only, you can aim glide with your melee.
You can aim glide, okay.
So the last reply is, no more separated modes is amazing balls, 90% of the time. So the times when I want to go all melee and only bust out primary and secondary in specific situations, it is a huge annoyance. I have to completely ditch primary and secondary weapons to lock in melee. It is just dumb.
Yeah, like I can definitely see that if you do it with only... I don't really feel like unless they're going to go further on that, I'm not sure I like that you get an advantage from running less weapons, but they're encouraging you to run more. That doesn't really seem fully formed from their game design perspective, I mean. So I can see how, I see the annoyance. I don't know. Again, they're not done with the system yet, so it's like...
Could you make it that... some of this just sounds too stupidly complicated. Obviously, left click your mouse is your normal attack button, so standing you'd be shooting. You then push the melee button, and your first tap of it makes your melee weapon come out, and you can keep tapping that and you keep meleeing. And then if you click your left mouse, after there's maybe a 1 second pause, you will just go back to, you'll just still melee. But then the next time you push the the melee button again, and you can hold it down, you start shooting, and then it's also changed what the left mouse button does. Or is that too complicated, do you think?
No, I think that's too complicated.
It's too complicated.
Because a large part of what people don't appreciate is, this big... I'm sure I may have said this to you constantly. I say it all the time at work. Like, you'd swear I was a different person, Loz, honestly. But user experience, right? User journey and user experience. Being able to identify the different states of play. You know, does it make sense that if you press this melee button to go into melee, that if you were to hold it, it then puts you in a different gameplay state, right? So, you know, there's various, like... So what I'm considering is a simple toggle switch that if you have this activated, much like being able to swing your melee weapon around with your left mouse button, if you go, I'm in the air, I've now hit right click, right? I'm aim gliding, but I've not brought my gun out, right? So the only time that you'll ever bring your gun out is while your feet are or while you're bullet jumping. No. While your feet are on the ground. That's the only time you'll bring the gun out. So if you're in the air with melee, if you're... oh, God. Yeah, if you're in the air at any point in time with melee, then you'll just air glide with melee. If you're in the air with your gun, you'll continue to have your gun.
Okay, I see. So you don't swap if you go into the air.
It's just...
I kind of see
it
that.
just persists. Yeah?
That might be workable.
So, a part of me wants... So, have we finished the replies yet, or are we still going through them?
That's it for the replies, yeah, that's the last one. Yeah.
So, I think I want to ask the card, would you make use of a aim glide with melee toggle?
Yeah, like as an option, too.
Yeah, would you use it? Because I'm pretty sure if we would... Huh?
I definitely would.
Yeah, I think I would.
I would try it, for sure.
We ask the card then?
Yeah, go for it.
Cool, the card has been asked. Da-da-da-da. Right, and then we'll move into topic 2. Da-da-da-da. I realise I need to put the card up here. There we go. Right, so topic 2. Right. Riven trading and tool builders. So I think... Oh, this is a Reddit post?
Yeah, I think so.
Was it done by DE?
Yeah. So the situation is basically that there was some concern about it maybe breaking the terms of service. I believe it does break the terms of service.
Yeah.
The way that some people were gathering data on Rivens, but DE acknowledged that it was a good thing overall.
Yeah.
And they were just being forced to do it in a bad way with good intent. And so they just gave it to us. So they have backend code now that my understanding is it records every trade that is made involving a Riven.
Yeah.
And then that data is just available. Like you just can have that data. Summary every week, I think. People can just make tools based on it. So now you shouldn't need to gather that data yourself. It's just given to us, I think, which is cool. It was also fairly fast. Wasn't this like within the month that this happened? It was pretty quick.
So Rebecca released this a day ago. So let's have a look. Oh, it's a JSON object. Out of interest, do you have any experience with programming?
Me?
Yeah.
Rudimentary. So I took digital humanities in college, which is like macro analysis of literature with code.
Yeah.
Which means I have more experience with the application of it and not so much with the programming.
Right.
But yeah, I would say I have like low intermediate level experience with code, not very advanced.
Right. So I'm just having a look at the actual thing itself, what they've actually presented. So kick gun Riven, melee Riven, pistol Riven, rifle Riven, shotgun Riven, Zor Riven. I hope there's more. Oh wait! It says compatibility. What it's compatible for. Interesting. So average. I don't know what that stands for. Standard deviation. Oh, maybe average is the price across all of them. Standard deviation, yeah. So minimum, maximum.
It says it on the post.
Oh, does it? What does it say?
Average values for trades with this Riven type.
Popularity of the Riven type being traded within all traded Rivens.
Wow, this is awesome.
I don't
Yeah,
know
it's pretty robust.
what does that mean. Popularity of this ribbon type being traded within all ribbons.
So
Maybe
is it
means like
what are the most commonly traded ribbons?
yeah, I guess like comparatively, right?
So if we were to take the average, so if we were to take the pop of kick gun, melee, pistol, rifle, that doesn't total to. God, what does that total to?
No, it's probably not a totaling thing.
Yeah.
It's probably like some sort of crazy index of instances or something. So the higher the value, it's probably more, but it's probably on some sort of crazy logarithmic thing.
Yeah,
I see some of them like really uncommon.
Yeah, because it's really interesting looking at this data. I'm looking at, so we've got here an Ackenbrunt ribbon which hasn't been re-rolled, with the average going at I don't know. I think I would really.
No, it's not it's not a mod. It's all mods.
Yes, no, I get that. It's all the Ackenbrunt ribbons that haven't been re-rolled, right? That have a price range from 5 to 1,000, right? With a standard deviation of 208.
Yep.
Average of 85. I mean, the thing is, like, unless you've got a background in, I want to say A-level statistics, if that makes sense to anyone, you're not going to understand a lot of this.
No, of course not. But it's not. It's meant for the stat hounds.
Yeah, it's for the
number crunchers.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it's for the number crunchers. I think this is for the end user. Like, it's to give you an idea of what to aim for in your sale price.
No. Okay,
I mean, this was made as a response to Maker, so it is for them.
But it's also that there's going to be that intermediary. DE is just facilitating that the people out there who are really nice and will put this into a cool UI that will just say, this is what this, so that the end user, the actual end user, can then understand it. But this is just the output from there. So what was that? What was the name of the website that did it before? That was
Semlars.
Semlar. So now Semlar can take this and produce a really cool looking thing that we can just give to anybody, and they'll be like, "Oh, I now understand things." And so
you could make the argument that it'd be nice too, but yeah, it is intended for the number cruncher.
Yeah,
this is really interesting.
Indeed.
Because because if you look at the Ackenbrunt, right, the non-rerolled one has a huge variation on it. Standard deviation on it.
Are we on PC? Are we?
Yes, PC, right?
Yeah.
So it's like one of the first ones there. Sorry, we're going into stupid statistics here. The average price...
That's what this is. This is.
I was going to say that is what this is. That's totally fine.
No, I meant the conversation, but...
that's what.
So the average is 85, right? So this is the average platinum traded is 85. Standard deviation is 208, so that's a huge deviation across the board. You've then got max and min of 1,005. The population is really small. That's something that number I think that's more for the statisticians. That's sort of like a really arbitrary value because we don't know what the scale is. But if you look at the next one, which is the Ackenbrunt that has been re-rolled, right? The average sale price is 18 with a standard deviation of 8. So the min and max is 10 to 30, right? And the population is really, really low. It's so much lower than the unrolled ones.
Yeah.
So
it must be that people have rolled really good Ackenbrunt ribbons on their first roll.
Yeah.
And then they're trying to sell those, or they have sold them for stupid amounts. But on the re-rolls, people really aren't getting anything good.
Yeah. I mean,
I think the next one down, which is the Acrid, which is re-rolled false. Max 2,000. I mean, that's just crazy.
For the Acrid?
Yeah. I think the big thing about this...
Sorry, the next one down. A Furus re-rolled false. Oh, but
the Furus mods can be using the Dex Furus.
That's fine, but I'm not sure about this re-roll. I think I'm not sure if that's right because if you scroll down just below the Ekon Brunt, there's the Acrid. Then below you've got the two Furious ones here. The rerolled false max is 8,000. The rerolled true is 900. I think maybe does rerolled mean the opposite of what we think it means? Rerolled has it been rerolled or unrolled? True, false. Has it been rolled or unrolled? Rerolled has it been rolled or unrolled? True, false. Unrolled. I don't know.
I assume it's like, you know, has it been re-rolled? Has it been, like, had Kuva applied to it?
It seems like the ones which are re-rolled false seem to be worth more than the rolled ones, which just makes sense.
Yeah, that's confusing.
I think that's the long way around. Another one. Act Bronco. Yeah, again, Act Bronco. Re-rolled false, max 900. Act Bronco, re-rolled true, max 300. I think it means, has it... If it's re-rolled false, it has been rolled multiple times. I think is what it means. I think they've messed that up, or it's a longer question and it just has re-rolled.
Don't know. But yeah, so it's really nice that they've done this. Should we go back to the topic itself rather than just look at statistics all day?
One last one, actually. No, then I found the Act Jagara, which is the other way around. Re-rolled true, max 4,000. Re-rolled false, max 1,500. The stats people. It's good that it's out. I don't understand it. Let's go away.
The big thing about the Act Jagara is that the it recently got a prime, right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So you would want like a god tier ribbon for that. But another thing is people might buy the garbage ribbons which you are likely to roll. Like,
yeah,
you know, and it's only like
that could be it. Yeah,
you know, so the unrolled ones are the lucky percentage to get a great roll off the bat, and the reroll ones are just the garbage ones, so you don't see them much.
How many rolls do you get till it reaches max value?
It's just really low. I think it's like 3.
No, it's more than that, but it's pretty low. It's like 10, I want to say.
It's definitely less than 10. It's definitely less than 10.
Let's check this one out.
I swear it's less.
Because maybe that's why that they're going so high, is that people are like, but I'll get a lot of rerolls of this because it's cheaper.
Yeah, hold on.
Is that what's actually?
Don't know.
Attributes, disposition, rerolling.
This is where I'm probably wrong.
Cycling, capped it. Okay, hold on, I got you.
Yeah, 10.
Is it 10?
Yeah.
Oh, I apologise.
So, yeah, I mean, 900, 1,000, 1,200, 1,400, 700, 2,000, 2,350, 2,750, 3,150, 3,500.
Fair enough.
Oh, an unrolled ribbon. It's the total. Here's an interesting thing. A total Kuva cost to roll. An unrolled ribbon 9 times is 16,000. A high rolled ribbon 9 times is 31,000. So you'd get. It's half the cost, basically.
Yeah,
right.
They balance it, so yeah.
Okay. So maybe that's what they're actually buying them for, is that the chance of them getting something good in those 9 rolls, I suppose, is worth something to people, I guess, maybe?
Yeah, because you can just pay for it. You can't just buy Kuva, but you could just take out your credit card and buy platinum or trade for stuff. So you can kind of buy Kuva by buying more copies of the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are actually, yeah.
Right, let's go to the topic at hand. All right.
Okay.
The first round of ribbon data is available with averages for all ribbons of that type. The ribbons are grouped by type: rifle, pistol, shotgun, Zor, secondary, compatibility, specific weapons, and whether or not it's been rolled, or we assume re-rolled. This does not include one Plat trades because they don't reflect market reality. This also doesn't include Plat stats on the ribbons, so no reason as to why the price is higher or lower. This doesn't include actual stats on the ribbons. Yeah. The one thing I want to know is, does this include statistics of ribbons that didn't see trade chat?
The light of day. I don't think it does.
No. Trade chat. So, like, say someone was to turn to me on Discord. Oh, Xeno, I've got a Tatsu ribbon. I'll sell it to you for 1,000 platinum. Right? Oh, yeah, totally go for that. Yeah? So you know, do you know what I mean? Because all of Semlar's stuff was on trade chat.
Yeah, I was unclear on whether this is all Riven trades period or whether it's filtered through trade chat.
That's an interesting point because could people use this if they were in, say, the mafia of sneakiness to pump up the numbers, and these then would be official numbers? If they've got massive piles of credits and they do a lot of trades of a particular river, could they game the system? It would cost them a lot of credits, though.
I was going to say it would be very expensive.
Yeah, but
possible, right?
But I mean, like, you can get like bucket tons of credits from just doing the index.
Well, but I mean, this would be probably if it's all Riven trades ever to make a dent without a lot of people. We're talking like millions and millions and millions of credits. Like
I don't think it would be ever because they'd have to definitely reset it every time they.
Oh yeah, it's not ever. That's true. So you manipulate it per period.
Yeah,
in significant ways.
And if you're smart, you would wait for a reset, and then while there's a limited amount of data, you could use the system for a week by doing some trades, getting some sneaky rip-offs of people, and then obviously over time, when more data becomes available in the system, it'll equal out. But that first week, you could be really sneaky.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So on the Reddit post, just to further this, what you need to know, this is actual trade data, not trade chat data, released with the purpose of help tool builders and players to learn more about market value of their Riven mods. It is planned to auto-repopulate at 00 UTC Monday. This first week might require manual push as we get set up here. Of course, value is always open to interpretation. We are experimenting with the whole idea in phase 1. We don't really know what to expect, as is often the case. While it doesn't matter what we expect, what matters is why we are doing this, to remove any foul play in the market. After a couple of weeks of feedback and results, we plan on bringing a bit more data, so please be constructive in replies. All the data is made up of Rivens plus Platinum trades. We do not include 1 Platinum trades in our average, etc., because we consider these to be between friends and not reflective of market reality, although friends who choose although friends, why not choose Ammo Drum? Riven trading. That's the really interesting thing, because, like, you know, would friends really want 1 Riven over 1 Platinum for a Riven? I mean,
yeah, I was gonna say it's Ammo Drum.
Yeah, surely.
I think it might be for people with massive piles of mods. It's easier just to click the Platinum choice on the list than just type 1, enter. It's much quicker than going mods, finding the mod quicker. If you're doing a lot of trades,
perhaps.
Say you're a new player and you're being nice to someone, and you're like, oh, here's a Riven mod.
New players can't trade the starting plan.
Exactly, that's my point.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's weird.
So, Riven trading is indeed an optional part of Warframe experience. We hope that those who participate in it find this helpful. Thank you. Yeah. So,
I mean, it obviously doesn't tell us how many 1 Plat trades there are, but that might be them going, we're sneakily gonna. We know that people might do 1 Plat trades to ruin the system, so we're just going to knock off 1 Plat trades. You could then go do 2 Plat trades, but then it's more effort. You know, I think that, you know, let's just knock out 1 Plat trades. I think that's sensible.
Yeah. I'm wondering. I really want to know.
I'm wondering.
I really want to know what this pop value means, because I just think it's like.
Why not ask DE?
Yeah, I'm going to ask, like, can we get clarity on, you know, popularity of this? What's the top end of this scale? Because I looked at it, and I think the top end may be 10, but why is it such an arbitrary value as 10? Can't see anything over 10. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean?
A little arbitrary. A little bit.
No, I swear I did. I found something that was higher than that.
Well, I'm looking at the population of Rifle Riven mods, which is 9. Or popularity, rather. I don't know. I also assume those are veiled mods if it doesn't have a compatibility. As opposed to, this is just all of them averaged together.
Saying that, I just had to search the page. There's nothing that has like 10 on pop.
Yeah.
9's the highest. Only one thing has that. Nothing has 8. One thing has 7. Wow.
Okay.
Cool.
Right, we gotta bust a groove with this. Lars replies.
I'd rather see as median values as well as they're being skewered hard by those high price buyers. Fair enough. Now add in a game chat bot people can PM for this data for a weapon, or people who don't use third-party sources will keep getting ripped off. That's a fair point. Do you want to? Would you guys like to see something in game, or is this okay for like third-party stuff?
I think ultimately I'd like to see it in game, but I think we need a working example of what people would like to see. So, you know, take a mod from World of Warcraft and yeah, go from there.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that the point there is that first of all, they want to get it to us soon. You know, we had that down for a little while, and their turnaround time was pretty quick, which is great, and that's good. So maybe they won't advance it, but I guess the second thing that comes to mind for me is that it's kind of like it's so easy to just look it up, you know, like it's all you have to do is search it. So it's like if people want to know, I think I am okay with asking them to just go look it up. I certainly don't see why not. Why not let it be in the game? But it is extra work, so to you know, they don't have infinite time, and if they were willing to provide us this, I feel like that is 95% of as good as it's ever going to be. And having it be in game, I mean, because you could also say, do you want it to pop up automatically when you look at a Riven? You know what I mean?
Oh,
and
yeah.
I feel like no. I almost feel like because that kind of stares you in the face anytime you sell like a bad Riven, a bad roll for a considered to be good weapon, or vice versa. It kind of has this odd effect where you always feel like it's worse than it is, or you got even less lucky than you did. You know what I mean? It just has this weird, subtle, like staring you in the face thing. So I don't know. That's a
yeah. I think obviously we'll see a lot more as DE. Well, obviously, as DE is going to release this data, and people will use it, and then we'll see what it goes from there. And obviously, they said they're going to release more data as it goes on.
Yeah.
Right, next one. As someone enjoys working with research data, this makes me feel like Till Rigor. I wish there was finer detail, but I can understand why that might not be up yet or difficult to upload. Still, I'm hoping at least to see some percentiles. While it might not be that accurate, I think it would be possible to approximately estimate the distribution from that and construct a tool to let players tell players roughly what percentile of past prices their prospective sales would be like. You see, that's the thing. I mean, this is really nice to do this, but when it comes to economy, this is getting like crazy economy.
Yeah.
This is a rabbit hole. So I think it's interesting. I'd love to see where it goes. Last reply is, I hope/assume there are mechanics in place to prevent people from trying to manipulate this data. For instance, Riven's been trading back and forth, not affecting the data other than the initial trade, if at all. Oh, maybe do you think like a cooldown? Like once a Riven is traded, it can't be counted for 3 hours or something?
That seems like a sick tech solution, actually. Yeah. Why would you want to do that? Let's see.
No.
Or even an hour.
I think it would be a case of you have to follow... You'd have to analyze the data to follow what's happening with the Riven. So, like, if the Riven's just going back and forth between two people, then you discount all that data.
Oh, right, yeah. So it remembers the last player it had, and that player, it will
more than that. Yeah. More than that. So, like, if you go, we'll just hand it between 3 people, right? Again, you discount all that data. You have to see a pattern of what's happening. And if it's a case of we're seeing this sort of, like, for a lack of a better term, circle jerk of, what's going on with this Riven, then, yeah, I can see where people are coming from, but,
Right, that's it. Oh, sorry, you guys, Andy.
No, I do think the cooldown thing is at least a decent stopgap. Like, maybe it's not a permanent solution, but I don't really see why legitimate Riven trading would involve trading the same Riven very, very frequently, except for, like, trading it to flip it.
Yeah.
But you could do just, like, one trade, like 2 trades within a certain period of time. I think it'd be pretty rare that somebody would buy a Riven and then somebody else would buy it to flip it, and then that person who bought it will also flip it. You know what I mean? Like, I can see somebody flipping it, but multiple flips within a few hours seems out of the ordinary. And I think it would be okay to not have that data. So maybe cooldown of 2 trades per.
I'd
6
also
hours? I don't know.
I'd also track the platinum, like where is the platinum going, sort of thing. So if it's a case of the platinum seems to be circling the same people as the Riven is circling, then it's like, okay, this is dodgy data, we have to disregard this. But the thing is, like, how much history of data can you possibly hold on to?
Yeah, can you ask them to have exactly?
Because the big thing about the only way the averages and standard deviation and all that stuff works is if you have every point of data. You can't do an average by adding more stuff on. It doesn't work like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So are we done on this topic?
Well, that's the end of that topic, and I think maybe it's best if we let Xandy go now, because he only has about 9
Yes.
and there's no way we can finish the topics and do the end stuff.
Yeah. So what do you want to do, Xandy?
We can try to fit it all in. I don't know.
No,
There's no way we can.
Our end stuff has become ridiculous. There's like the memes, and then the community shoutouts, then the quote, and we've still got a topic left to do. I think we'll be able to stop there, because I think we've instead of rushing, we finished that topic really well. And that was a really interesting topic, I think.
Yeah.
Cool. Right. Well, at this point in time, thank you very much, Xandy, for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we'll get in touch again. Maybe we could actually have you on for a remaining third of a show.
Yeah, totally. Let me just
And
sign off
third
quick.
topic.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Cheers, Eddie.
Right. So.
Right. So sorry, everyone at home. Obviously, Xandy had to go. We always are slow starting because of mine was my time. I've got internet issues at the moment, and it's just, as you can tell by no webcam. I'm hoping to get it fixed and play around with drivers and things, but so that obviously delayed us a bit. So Xandy couldn't stay for the whole thing, but obviously we can finish up just 2 of us, you and I.
Cool.
So yeah, also we had a choice there. Either we could have rushed to the third topic. We knew Xandy had 15 minutes left there. We could have rushed through it, and then and I think it'd be better to we got time to all debate that topic there for 5 minutes. He's got about 9 minutes left, and that way we can now finish topic 3 and the stuff.
Cool. However, can we think of a card for this?
Will you use third-party? Will you look at this data on third-party websites? Well, or will you hunt down this? Are you going? I want to know if people out there will actually go and find, because obviously, I don't think people are going to look at the raw data. That's just manic. Especially it's crazy. I look at that and I'm like, oh, we don't even know. But does this encourage you to go out and look for third-party Riven info?
Yeah, and part of me is like, are you more likely to use Riven trading tools?
Yeah, are you more likely to use Riven trading tools now? Yeah. I would love to say after but I know you're limited on your terms.
On my characters.
What is the character limit?
I don't know. Like, I wish
too few.
I wish YouTube would actually tell me easily. One thing I'm actually tempted to do is start linking on my Discord the actual specific timestamps to when the or I don't know, maybe a link that takes you straight to the cards or something, so people can just answer the cards straight away.
Right.
But you know, because they're all available at once.
Well, while you're just still doing that card, I just want to say, obviously, 282. Oh, I was talking about 282 being the first one on the new channel, because obviously it was a bit easy now. It's just two of us. So we've had about 400 views on that video, which I think is great. So thank you everyone who has come across from the other, because we used to get about 500 views on an episode. So thank you everyone who has come across from the other channel and found this channel and knows that 10 o'clock's here now, and obviously it'll be here for the future. But yeah, I think we're still going to do a few link videos just to keep making sure people get carried over.
I think we're going to do it till 300. Right.
Till 300. Okay.
It's a big long carryover, I know, but I know plenty of people that haven't watched for a while, and you know they'll come back to it when they get back into Warframe and things like that. So we're going to be doing it for quite a number of weeks. Oh crap, we didn't get Xandy to actually do we'll just do it ourselves.
I'm sure you could grab him tomorrow for 30 seconds.
That's true, actually. It will take no time at all. But the big thing is, like, you know, if you want to subscribe to the channel, the viewer retention, the audience retention, exactly the same shape. Really interesting. It moved with the channel, so that's really interesting.
Yeah, I think it's definitely how people view it or whatever. But anyway, people here for
us, clearly.
No, actually, do you know, I saw a comment on the carry video.
Yeah.
I can't remember who it was now. I think it was it Sean Montgomery? It was somebody they did actually come across. Was it Lewis Planko? No, Sean Montgomery, who on the comment video for the carry video said, "Oh, why no polls on this video?" And now they've obviously I think they found the link across and then went. Oh, then they posted in the actual video. It's interesting that maybe a lot of people just come to vote on the cards.
Potentially. I mean, one of the big things is, like, I made sure that the carry video had a card which was the other video.
I saw that. I saw it had the carry video and an end card. The only thing I was going to comment on that, I think maybe in the actual video, could you put, like, please click link to go to proper video? I think, you know, really in your face. I know it is on the iCards and you put the end card, but then, like, you're watching the actual content and I think
sure,
big flashing message
on the actual video.
Yeah. Just so you're watching it and you think, oh, it's an old video. It's like, no. Go to actual video, find link here. Yeah. Anyway, should we move on to topic 3?
Yeah, let's move on to topic 3. The wolf spawned. The wolf spawns after the mission.
Yeah.
I'm fine if the wolf spawns. So the wolf of S6 would spawn at the start of a mission, but not after the mission. So why is he spawning after the extraction phase? You can't farm the wolf of S6 if you can't fight him. Even if his spawn increases, this is just dumb and it needs fixing. Right? A part of me wonders. So I'd argue this with maybe Void Vor and maybe the Stalker, maybe some others, and especially the Wolf of Saturn 6. If you have completed the objective of the mission,
right?
So this is exclusively capture and crud. Actually, no, the non-infinite missions, right? And if it's like, okay, this mission is going to get a wolf, right, or a stalker or whatever, you get to the end room and it hasn't spawned yet. Before the extraction room is locked, you can't go in it, and then the dude spawns. So basically, you get to the door's locked, and then it goes, oh, right, well, you know, we're going to spawn it now because you are lucky enough to have it, but you haven't been here long enough that we would naturally spawn it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because I was thinking about saying that when you start the mission, it tells you if the wolf's going to be there, but then people will just keep leaving missions until they find a wolf mission, which is wrong. Yeah, I think your way is the only way to do it.
So, and you have to get to the door itself, And I don't know.
Or you could make it that he will, if he's going to spawn, I don't know how it decides if he's going to spawn. When you hit that exit tile, you get a message to know that he's there. You have to hit the exit tile.
Yes, yeah. The whole point is you have to be, you can't be on the actual extraction tile, because if all 4 people are moving together, right, and they all hit the extraction point at the same time, they could have exactly what this person's talking about. We're talking about the penultimate room where everyone gets in. Maybe the actual lock of the room, the door colors are different. You know, maybe it's like I want to say a purple set of lights or something like that, because then people can see that and go, ah, I know what that means. That means that the door's locked until the mid boss, because I like to call them mid bosses, actually turns up to be fought.
Yeah.
So that is, I think, my personal preference. And yeah, but I can totally get what this person is saying, because like, how many times have we done the Void and we're doing extraction and then Void Vor turns up?
Totally.
Yeah,
I completely agree. It's just really annoying.
So yeah, I've not got much else to say. We go straight to the replies. Do you have anything you want?
Well, have you seen him yet?
Void, Wolf? No. I got the bloody tile now. I got the bloody Captura tile.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, I got
is it any good? What's it look like?
Oh, I discovered what it is. It's the diorama of, it's where all the cool stuff happens, like where when they're escaping Saturn 6. None of the parts are moving. It's all static because it's the diorama itself.
Oh, so we've had 3 so far, haven't we?
What do you mean?
We've had 3 diorama scenes for the Wolf.
Yes, but the second one is the Jupiter one. So it's like a Jupiter room sort of thing. So
so it's got multiple rooms. This
no. So the first one and the third one are this one diorama tile, right?
Right.
But the second one the diorama was part of Jupiter, so it didn't use.
It's not on this tile.
No.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's weird though. The third one has them saving someone from a corpus.
What? Are we on the fourth one?
The third one. The first one's the escape. The second one was he's looking for the warden. The third one was we're saving our dudes from.
Yeah, but it's got the bed where the Grenier's getting out of. But if you look at the room and everything, it's actually Saturn 6.
So all the models are there, right? Like the corpus and the wolf and things.
No.
Just the background.
Mm-hmm. You go into. It's really interesting because like there's a floating. Oh god, what are those ships from the planes that drop off the dudes that sit on the outside of the ship and then they jump off? You know the ship I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is there in the air, just hovering. It's got fire coming out of it, sort of thing, as if it's taking off. But the fire is perfectly static. It's not moving in the slightest. It's got like so where they're escaping from is clearly a courtyard sort of thing. It's sort of like an airlock. You know how you see like prison movies or TV shows or whatever, and they have like 2 gates, right? It's a 2-gate setup. Yeah.
Right.
So it's stuff like that.
But you're going to finish the thing in like 2 more weeks' time then, at this rate. You must be on 23, 24?
No, I think it's like 22.
22, okay. Well, you're probably going to be done in like 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, I don't want to do any more fishing ones.
How did you find the fishing ones? I hate
the first one I did was fine, right?
Yeah.
The second one, so this week's one, was bloody awful. Nothing was spawning. I was throwing bait everywhere. It's just nothing was fucking spawning.
It can just like not spawn, and it's just like it's painful. Absolutely painful.
Yeah.
Oh well. So
I have to wait for night.
Topic. Yeah. So no, I wouldn't add anything to this. Let's go to replies. Well, this is a new week. We got new story bits on the wolf, so that means his spawn rate did increase. Keep looking out for him.
Yep.
Moving on. No, they have to let the wolf on a random spawn timer, not 100% beginning. Otherwise, people will just spam missions and leave after a few seconds, same as we do when we're hunting Samara's targets. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I think that's just because because we don't know if there's a restricting thing on what tags you for the wolf to spawn.
Yeah, I would only do it on any of the non-infinite missions.
Yeah. Moving on, what else we got here? Easy way, I've gotten him to spawn, or at least know he'll spawn. It do a survival. If he doesn't show up before the first 5 minutes, then leave and repeat. It's how I got a lot of assassins to show up for me. That's a fair point, maybe, yeah, because I think like it counts the first wave or whatever as a complete mission, in theory, so maybe we'll have to see.
I don't know, because I always got the impression that the fugitives would only spawn after 20 minutes.
Oh, but he definitely spawns quicker than that.
Don't
know. The one time I had him, it was about it was 3 tiles in that he spawned for me.
Actually, there's an alternative that they could do instead of the locked room. Is if he is due to spawn, right, like the Stalker or the Gustrag 3 or whatever, if he was due to spawn but didn't, then he will spawn on the next one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? But maybe there has to be certain criteria. I prefer the locked out room, but maybe there has to be certain criteria where you have to complete the mission objective first. Right?
Yeah, there's definitely something they can do. Yeah. Themes in there. Right. Last ones. After today's story a bit, I had a suspicion which proved true, at least once. Capturing fugitives can now trigger him to spawn with 3 additional fugitives, but a lot weaker. Maybe they changed him in general, but he had a lot less health and keeled over after a few headshots from irradiated Rubico. Fair enough. Last one. As I hit extraction and the mission reward screen came up, but before my orbiter flew off, I saw his howl animation. Slightly annoying, but I fought him multiple times.
It's what guarantee.
Yeah, or you could alternatively make it that if as soon as the last player hits the tile, if the wolf has spawned or is about to spawn and is not dead, you just carry the mark over.
Yeah.
That's or you have an increased chance, some percentage mark, whatever it is. I don't think it's too big an issue, and hopefully maybe people are seeing this as an issue now because he is spawning more, so this is also more likely to happen. So hopefully people will just see him in general more. I'm expecting that last week he'll just have to spawn a lot. He really will. Seeing as he has a weapon on him, and that is mastery locked, so that is a mastery lock, as in it has mastery attached to it, that's going to be ridiculous.
Was that the last?
That's the last reply.
Okay, so what I'm proposing for the card is guaranteed. Oh, that's not how you spell guaranteed. Guaranteed next mission appearance versus locked extraction. I personally would prefer locked extraction.
So, anyone who's got this far, do you want to just outline the 2 things from them again? Locked extraction, you mean?
So, basically, with locked extraction, you get to the penultimate tile, so the second to last tile, because apparently some people don't know what penultimate means. You get to second to last tile, and you see the extraction door, the green marker to this is where you go to extract is sat there on that door, but the lighting on that door is maybe just off, maybe it's purple, it's a color that is not currently used to indicate that you can't special open this door, like with those air canisters, the Lisette force open doors, whatever.
Yeah.
Then, when everyone's in that room, your mid-boss, be it Shadow Stalker, the Gustrag 3, or the Wolf of Saturn 6, will then do his spawn, their spawn thing, right? That way, you don't miss out on an opportunity to do it. Versus the guaranteed next mission, right? So, if you do the mission and in 5 minutes you're due to actually get the Wolf of Saturn 6 or whomever, but you do the mission in 4 minutes, then it will say, right, within the first minute of doing the next mission, you will get the dude. Right? But it won't tell you when you load the mission. It will like make sure that, you know, within the first minute you'll get the dude. Yeah?
Yeah.
So my preference is locked extraction. I just think it's nicer. I think it's just more interesting.
Yeah, I think definitely it'd be better that way. I'm not sure which would be the easiest way for DE to do it, but I think I like yours because it fits thematically as well.
Yeah.
It locks you in.
It just reduces the chance of you missing out.
That is the end goal, yeah.
Cool. Right. There was another card I wanted to ask, unless you can think of any that you want to ask over the course of this topic.
No.
Right. So it's been said time and time again that DE, especially Scott, do not want to allow the re-rolling of ribbons. Right? So I want to have re-rolling specific stats on ribbons. I don't want to see more god tier ribbons, so on and so forth. Right?
Yeah. But we're going to leave them in the game and you can obtain them.
Yeah, you can obtain them some other way. Right?
Well, no, I just think it's silly to have that because it's like they already exist in game. I hate when people, when we're based RNG, when our power is linked heavily to RNG, I just find that painful.
How would you feel about an ability to re-roll the task of doing on a ribbon? Right? You could say, I don't know if it should cost, say, 1,000 plat, or it costs 6,000 plat.
Though I've not really had
plat,
too many difficult ones.
Huh?
Have you really had that many difficult ones? You know, somebody promised to do them for you.
No. I still work with Swivel C to actually do them. It's not that there are difficult ones. There are just some tasks I just don't want to bloody do.
Yeah.
Right? But a lot of people don't have the opportunity that Swivel C is, you know, offered to me and things. Right?
Yeah.
You know, I don't even know if I still, like, if he still has some of my ribbons. But anyway, but it is just a case of, like, you know, I was talking to Joey and Armena about this last night, and Joey said, like, whenever he gets one, which is, you know, kill a dude, fish a fish, and catch a fish, and then mine a node within 30 seconds, he would love to always re-roll those into something else. I would love to re-roll, get 3 headshots in a single aim glide. Fuck, I'd re-roll quite a lot more, right? But yeah, you get the point.
Yeah.
So I'm down for that. Should we ask it as a card?
Go for it, yeah.
So
you could have saved that for the second topic, but
would you? Huh?
Would have been more appropriate with the second topic.
Yeah, I suppose. But the thing is, I didn't know if we can end up with other cards, and you know, would you? So are there ribbon tasks you would re-roll? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think everyone would say yes to the option. So there we go. But yeah, no, I completely agree. I should have asked it in the second topic. Right, so we're done for topics. Move on to the Maymays.
Sure.
Right.
Okay.
Give it a what?
Do you have them?
Yeah, give it a second though, because it needs to go back to the other view where it's not showing the card text. Otherwise, we'll go through the Maymays and like, oh, no one saw any of them. Right. Okay, so we're back. Cool. Right.
Okay. So, do you need me to paste you the list?
No, I got them. I look at them on the stream, on the recording. Yeah.
Oh no, I meant have you got the list? You found it in the topics, yeah?
No, it's you overwrite them.
Oh, you've got them in the Dropbox. Duh.
Yeah. Right. You ready?
Response. Right. Okay. Yep. So So I'm actually gonna go. And then I go meme frame review. There we go.
Oh, meme frame review. Oh, cool. Yeah.
It fits better, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah. Because I know it's meme review, but let's just have another clap, man. We got 3 claps.
We're gonna rename it now. Review. So in the topics, it's not meme frame. It's actually meme frame review. There we go.
Well, I think I had it as frame review, but I'm like, it misses the meme point.
Yeah. No.
Meme.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the first one is from, I suppose that's Spooky PC with 2 zeros in there. That's where you were wrong. So it's obviously, can you see it? Holding up the hand.
Yeah.
No one heals themselves by wounding another. That's where you're wrong. Healing return plus 11 healing when hitting a target affected by status.
Have you seen the Garuda one?
No.
Exact same thing, but it's Garuda's heel, where she actually stabs a dude, and it's just like...
Fair enough. Right, next one?
Yep.
Next meme. So here we are. I'm proud of this from Wither Gaming 101.
What the fuck?
So someone's just climbed into a frost section of a
supermarket or some shit.
Store. Yeah. And it's like, wake up, Tenno. And it's like, yes.
That's awesome.
Yep.
What does it say on his... I can't remember what it says on his t-shirt.
Something RYM?
Yeah. Not Jim. Cool. Right. Next one?
Yeah. So next meme we have from Captain Bozo01. Obi-Wan Katir. That's the key point. You're gonna have Obi-Wan Katir. When Obi-Wan tells you to try playing Warframe, but the quest is Sands of an Iron. It's cursed. It gets everywhere. That's Obi-Wan Katir. I was looking at first. I looked at the meme. I was like, "This doesn't make sense." You got to look at the title. Obi-Wan Katir.
All right.
So number 4. I don't think we've had a salesman meme, so I had to fit it in.
Right.
Well, I've got the 14 memes this week because I just couldn't. So this. Have you ever seen the salesman meme?
No.
The salesman slaps the top of something. Originally it was a car, and then it's you can fit so much X in Y.
Yeah.
So there's another one. This is from Wrecky Kills. The salesman slaps roof of Barketeer. You can fit so much disappointment in this bad boy.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It was a meme from a few months ago, but I'm like, I needed to get the salesman meme in there.
Oh, that's
so
awesome.
It's like you can fit so much stupidity in this thing, or it is. Yeah. So yeah, and he is full of disappointment.
Next,
that Barketeer. Next meme. So onwards, we've got from the poor caretaker. You are the real MVPs. So, me leveling up my amp in Onslaught gives my utmost respect to the random guy who brought Saren.
Yeah,
very true. That one I put in because of sheer upvote. That one.
Yeah,
it's true. It's true.
Yeah.
So we're on to 5.
No, that was 5.
This again. This is this fight 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want 6. Sorry. This is again. I had to keep this in for the upvotes because it's over 1,000. I'm like massively impressive. This is from Insane Stab, I think.
Hold on. Because I left the cameras in, and there we go. The top of the title, the end of the title is being chopped off.
Oh, okay. Yeah. When a vet starts talking about how shit the game is now and how much better it used to be.
Oh God.
Toxic H.
God.
A simple meme, but a highly effective.
Do you remember?
Oh yeah, that too.
Do you remember? Like,
that's why I love the double level of this meme. They are a toxic ancient, as in they are a veteran player, an ancient who is being toxic. But there's also anyone who actually remembers the original toxic ancients. They used to drop death on the floor.
Yeah, and I was specifically sworn not to use green as my
Nova's colour for Nova. Yes, because we couldn't see the toxic ancient pluddles, could we?
Yeah, it was. The problem was we couldn't tell if it was something dead or it was death.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I love this one. So this is from Zombie and Chica. It's really easy to impress Nora. So this is the what's this? He's the wrestling guy.
I know. Isn't it
Oh god,
McMahon? Something McMahon?
Yes, something McMahon. Yes, I can't remember his name though, but he's really funny.
Vince McMahon.
Vince McMahon. There we go.
So, I thought it was him, but I didn't want to say it just in case that was someone else entirely.
Yeah. So increasing levels of impressiveness. So first of all, Tenno completes a mission. Yeah. Tenno marks 5 mods.
Oh.
Tenno fills 5 items. Sculptures. Oh. Tenno places the glyph.
Oh.
Tenno sits down.
Oh. Wait, is there actually one which is Tenno sits down? I don't think
Playing emote.
Oh, okay.
So you could do sit down, and it's literally playing emote, and it's like that's it. Yeah. So it's hilarious. Some of these. So there we go. Nice me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 8. This is
hold on. Sorry.
I put this one for you.
Yes. Did you see that I sent you the tweet for this one?
Oh, was that? I remember you sent me one.
Yeah,
but
that was this.
One's...
Yeah.
Oh, lovely. I'm glad I got it in here. So, stolen, deleted from our Warframe. Very sad they got deleted from our Warframe, but they don't allow memes. So, yeah. So, this is the SpongeBob Patrick meme.
Yeah.
So, you have 57 index points. Yep. You have 90. You have 57 index points. Yes. Yeah. Yep. We have 91 out of 100 points. Yep. We could finish it right now, no problem. Even better, the corpus have no points at all. That makes sense to me. Then cap them. Dumbass. Yep. So many people. We had that, was it finish? I do 3 index missions in a row without the corpus capping any points. How many? We had to do it 3 times, I think, didn't we?
Oh, no, I ended up doing it like much more than that. I was like, this made me a bit sad, so I'm not going to talk about it. But yes, there was one instance where it was just me and Loz doing it. I think, was this our first or second time? And...
second time, I think.
Yeah, someone... I can't remember who. I think it was a Titania or something, or maybe a Wukong. I can't remember. Yeah. But they had like a bucket ton of points on them. Yeah, we literally had like, what, 4 points to cap. And then... by our goal, right? Well, you know, for the goal for the opponent to score at, they died, dropping all their fucking points, and we still had loads of enemies around. And I just basically swooped in, picked them up, and then pegged it to their goal and scored. Oh, I was like, oh, it's so risky.
Points. I'm sick of people. It's like everyone wanted that bloody Nightwave done and should move on. People were sitting on their points. It was ridiculous, but still a lovely meme. So let's move on. So number 9.
Yep. Seen this.
I just had to get this one in here.
Yep.
Double the score with half the ratings. So it's Anthem versus Warframe from Robel V. Joe. And he scored Warframes at 8.4 with only about almost 1,400 for 1,400 ratings. Anthem is at 4.2 with over 3,000 ratings.
Just to point out, this uses...
Steve drinking BioWare's tears.
This actually uses Annoying Killer's channel icon. I think this is still Annoying Killer's channel icon. But it's just hilarious how...
it is.
What, half? No, it's less than half of the ratings.
Yeah, and double the user score. It just shows you how much Warframe is more interested in keeping its players happy. Anthem it's just brain dead at this point.
One thing I really don't like, they've removed the slogan of Ninjas Play Free. And it's just play free today. I don't like that. I don't like that. I noticed that. I don't like it. Why isn't it? We're just going to go to warframe.com. Oh, they got rid of the stupid landing page that always came up. I hated that landing page. Where's the slogan? See the slogan. Where can I find this? Where can I just do /landing?
Oh, I got landing page. No, I got landing page. It says Ninja Play Free.
Yeah. I've seen that a couple of times now where it says play free today.
Yeah. It definitely still says Ninjas Play Free.
Go Warframe on Steam?
No. What have you got Internet Explorer?
No. I just went. Oops. I just went straight to the landing page. I just did /landing page.
Oh.
What? I'm a web developer. I know how to do this shit.
Oh no, I just mean that on the Remote Observer Volume 55, they've put a section about the EU article link. Article 13.
Oh yeah.
It's ridiculous. Come on, a video. No.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on.
We're not going into that.
Meme 10. Meme 10.
Meme 10. I've lost my count there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is that it? Yes! I had to keep so many memes I just had to keep in. So this is from Hellcat333. I'm not good at titles. This is the nobody everybody meme. Or nobody somebody. So nobody blur. Limbo mains. The laws of time are mine! Obviously the Doctor Who thing. I'm just like, yep, they are time travelers now. Yep, moving on. So next meme, moving on to number 11. Oh yeah, I saw this is from a new player, so it's from Getis396. I'm new to the game. Just got the Fortuna. And this has been me for the past 24 hours. And it's the person with the girlfriend distracted by the lady in red meme. Me, my 300 song playlist. We all live together. Ooh, and it's like, yep. When I first heard that, just listen to it on repeat. It's just something great to listen to repeat.
You know what? I want to learn more about this meme. What was the original purpose of this photo?
That's a good point.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up. Right, next one, 12. Are you looking at? No, don't look it up now. Let's finish the episode.
No, I'm just putting a thing in so I remember to look it up.
Yeah.
And that's not the meme. Right, I'll look it up. Right, oh yeah, next one. So, from Squidditch, when you go into a relic mission, could you not say reactant for 5 seconds?
Oh, it's so true.
It's so true. I'm just like, it's brilliant. It's just so good.
And this is where you get Joey's song.
Yep. Reactant.
Reactant.
Right, and then that was my 12 memes, and then so there's 2 bonus memes this week, because normally I restrict myself to 12, but I just couldn't to.
No, we're now 14.
No, back to 12 next week.
We have 26 characters in the English language. I can find hotkeys, Loz.
No, you have to earn your bonus memes. You don't get your bonus memes every week. It's bonus memes, and they're both JoJo memes. So that's why you get special memes.
Which JoJo?
Bonus meme. I have no idea.
That's disappointing.
Well, it's the meme I care about, not the JoJo. Right, so this one is from Mr. Warframe guy. Hotfix deploying. And it's just the Steve. Steven, is that Steve in a T-pose? I just had to do it. I just had to. It's amazing. So Hotfix banned in 1 minute. It's my squad. It's just, I love it. I just had to put this one in. Okay, ready?
Yep,
right, and then the last one. I saw a few of these, and because it was Borderlands 3 announcement. There were several of these, like the mower called Greg and the other one called Super Greg or the other Greg or something.
Yeah.
And it's like, Borderlands 3 came out with their guns with legs.
Yeah.
And everyone's doing these kind of memes. This one is from Esper99. I can't shoot the shit out of you without getting closer. I assume that's a JoJo reference. But obviously we have the mower versus the mower, the Borderlands 3 gun with legs. And this is apparently the competition. One is guns with legs. The other is legs with a gun.
Yeah.
In my opinion. The competition of who will win. There we go. So that is it for memes this week. And there's your bonus memes. Yeah.
I actually saw one, which is the upgrade meme, which was the Borderlands 3 gun with legs.
Yeah.
And then it was upgrade, and then it was a mower.
Ah, you see, I like that one.
Yeah.
This one's more even, but then obviously that one, yeah.
Cool, right, so...
Oh, okay, I would love to see the, like, mower, gun with legs, and then the new mowers. The ones that can flip upside down and do all the crazy stuff.
Oh, God, yeah.
Because that's the thing, is like, they're like, oh, we're putting in guns with legs. It's like, yeah.
Now we're putting legs with legs.
This is what we're putting in. legs with guns with stabbing, rotating that you can shoot through. It's like, oh, I love that mob. That mob is just, it just shows you that the amazingness Warframe. Anyway, let's go on to the community shoutouts.
So, first community shoutout of the week. Right, so this amazing Mesa Prime by Kevin Glint. Right.
Cool. Right, I probably won't reply for a sec, but I am still here, okay?
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I fully intend. I think I was going to have this for last week, but like the list got separated at one point, and I forgot this other part of the list, so that got left out. Second community shout out is this Rude Zood by Castella, which I kind of thought was really funny considering how much Zood was in... Oh god, what's the name of it? The Exploiter Orb fight and everything. So yeah, I thought that was kind of funny. Loz clearly agrees and thinks it's absolutely brilliant. The third community shout out, and this is where I will wait for Loz to make sure he definitely comes back and sees it. Is this... Oh god, what's it? Pet Your Zanuka by Zilvtree. And
number 3, was that?
Number 3. So obviously Zilvtree making another occurrence. So,
I want Zanuka Pet.
So that is a 2-part
Wow. Sorry.
thing. So, go check it out on Twitter. The fourth community shout out is this operator by Revelisk. Revelisk, yeah. So, which is absolutely gorgeous. This was a commission piece, and I don't know if we have those horns in game, but I kind of want them. So, Loz is MIA again, which is understandable, but absolutely gorgeous piece. We then have the fifth community shout out, and I'm not going to press F5 on my browser because otherwise it's going to screw everything up. It's just a doodle! Just a doodle. So we've got this amazing Sarin doodle by Miss Leos, which is absolutely gorgeous. Bedtime doodle of Sarin. Fountain pens are very satisfying.
As for those horns, no, I don't think we do have them, but seriously, I want those. Very wowish, I would say. That doodle, though, God.
I honestly...
I'm getting free time after Easter, and I'm going to learn something that I not as... Just look at it.
Yeah.
No, I don't mean I'm going to learn art, but I just get so inspired by people out there who have such talent, and it's just, look at that.
Yeah, I'd love to absolutely commission the F out of Miss Leos and get her to do a new banner for my main channel. Now that 10 o'clock separated.
You gotta get a chair first.
Probably gotta get a bed frame first, but let's not go into that. So, wait, is that the 6th or the 5th? The 5th, right, okay. So, the 6th community shout out is this gorgeous Revenant Japanese style scroll.
Oh, nice.
It's gorgeous. This is done by Soul Morningstar, and they actually turned around and said, like, in my entire 6 years with you, I've never been happy with anything fan art I've ever tried. I've never done scroll style before, but here's Revenant. And honestly, I love this. This looks gorgeous.
I would love a whole like wall scroll done on proper, the I don't know what the material's called, but the
fabric.
Proper.
Yeah,
is it fabric? Is it proper? Could you imagine that? Like a hanging scroll of that. I would love to have in this art style, like a whole thing of it.
Oh wait, do you mean like the paper one, like the old traditional Japanese one?
Yeah.
That's actually paper.
The crinkly. Is it crinkly? It's crinkly. It's a special type of paper though, or something. But I'd love a hanging wall scroll of that. That'd be amazing.
Yep. The 8th community shout out is this. Yeah,
I'm going to put numbers on mine, and I think you should too as well, because we always lose.
Sure.
We do numbers.
We'll start doing that, right?
From the darkness of the soul system, I bring the slug frame chroma from #Warframe.
Yeah, so this is chroma by Select Scarab.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, absolutely adorable. Right, wait, where are we now? 9th? Are we 9th?
I don't even know, but it's so beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6,
8.
7, 8.
We're on 8. Oh, my bad.
8.
Right, okay.
I'm gonna write 9 in here so they remember next time.
Yeah, so these lovely pencil sketches by...
Sketches!
Orn Height, sorry, my bad.
Oh god, look at that third one.
Yeah, so there's a series of these. Go check them out on their Twitter.
Oh.
And yeah, I thought these were gorgeous. Just a sketch.
Just a doodle, just a sketch. Just a sketch. Just, I just sketched it.
And then, last but not least, obviously people have caught a glimpse of it, which is Mum by Debbie.
Number 9.
That's what I just said, number 9.
Number 9, everyone. Number 9.
Right. Is Mum by Debbie, which is quite... this is very meme. Oh, I know.
You know the meme?
This is the Avengers Endgame stuff that's been going around where... Oh, God, was it like Avenge the Fallen or something like that? I can't remember what the actual word... Was it Avenge the Fallen or something like that?
Or we will avenge them or something.
Yeah, something like that. There was another brilliant one, which was...
But you understand them more than that. There was actually 2 sets of them.
wasn't it like the characters that died as well as the
so that they had the coloured ones or had colour,
which were the alive ones.
The ones we know have lied, and there's the black and white ones which we actually know died. But it's quite interesting because it said that in the lived one, in the character alive was Valkyrie from Thor Ragnarok, which is interesting because she wasn't in Infinity War. And in the dead ones was the Black Panther scientist lady. I can't remember her name. Sorry,
Siri.
Siri, yeah, she's in the dead list, or the quote unquote people who have died list, technically. So it's like, oh, that's interesting. Along with Loki being in there as well. It's like, oh, what's he doing there? You know, so it's like, did she die in the click? So, who knows? But it's interesting. But obviously, where are you? I love this as a change. It's like, oh, this is brilliant. There
was another one I saw, which was of John Wick with the puppy.
Oh, you know, really?
We will avenge you or whatever. Yeah.
Right.
John Wick. Can't wait for the third one.
Do you know, Railjack... I'm getting to the point that I feel I'm not sure when Railjack is coming out in the new war, but I think whatever's happening, if we're going to fight this, whatever, I know we said this before, the Digital Lotus, something needs to happen with that.
Actually, they did say in the Magamu interview, right, that the Lotus stuff will be... I thought F12 was the... Oh, okay, maybe. Nope. Okay, apparently that doesn't do anything. The Lotus stuff will be resolved with the new war.
Okay.
So, which I think everyone's like, thank fuck, can we have it now, please?
Yeah, that gives us an endpoint, but well, that's interesting. But is the new war going to completely resolve itself, or is just a Lotus section of it going to resolve itself in the first part of the new war that is the actual new war release? You know,
I think personally, my preference is let's have it conclude a chapter of the overall Warframe narrative, but then have a subtle hint of there's also this over here.
Oh no, I mean obviously this is okay. There's the patch that's going to be called the New War, which is going to have a quest in it. Yeah. But to me, I thought that was just going to be the opening of the play. That's the start of the New War. So is the Lotus plot going to be resolved in that first opening volley of the actual war? Because I really hope this isn't just a small thing and that's it. Oh yeah, we beat the sentients, they're away now.
From what? Okay, we don't know about what is the plot of it and things, but what Steve and Rebecca alluded to is that whatever's happening with the Lotus will be concluded in the new war. So like whether or not she will come back to us, whether or not we bump her off and things. Like I think Rebecca teased a lot that we were she was going to get bumped off or whatever. You know, I've been at D for 7 years, it's time to move on or whatever. But like I think that in itself has solidified that she's coming back. So anyway, right, so that's it for the community shoutouts. And this time it's time for my quote, obviously. Yes, sorry, my bad. So I'm going to point out right now, because I know Loz will point this out. I've already done this quote before, but when I did it years ago, I didn't have all the characters and options and things.
No, that's fine. That's fine. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
So when I wrote this, I thought, have I done this before? And I looked it up and I had. So anyway, right. My name is Little Duck. I worked for the Corpus Board, and the largest and most powerful commercial entity in the solar system. I was the head of security at a secret high-tech facility, Fortuna, a giant underground facility developing experimental sentient weaponry. But there was an incident. The sentient escaped, and everybody died. The trouble was, they didn't stay dead.
Oh, I know what it is. It's the first Resident Evil film.
No, it's second.
But
second.
Second one, is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Right. I'm just wondering, though, that they didn't stay dead.
Well, like, it's playing on things like ballast and, you know, people die. But again, like, I didn't go too hard into the actual quote because I thought, I've already done this before. You know, it's really obvious what it is. But I just like the fact that it was Little Duck and the Corpus Board and Fortuna and
Yeah, oh no, it definitely fits better now. A lot of those points, and they have more meaning.
Do you know what it was before?
With zombies.
No,
what it was before. Oh, what did you have before? Infested, I assume.
Nope.
No, what did you have before?
My name is Aladvi. I work for the Corpus, the largest and most powerful robotics entity in the solar system. I was head of the research and development of a high-security tech facility, Themisto, a giant orbital laboratory developing experimental robotics weaponry. But then there was an incident. The Tenno arrived, and I died. The trouble was, I didn't stay dead. It still worked back then, but I prefer this.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I think you're right.
So
better this time. Yeah. Maybe hopefully when we finally just because you were saying what was it, round off the chapter with Warframe, I suppose the next thing that could come back is, or the infested threat could actually expand into more of a solid thing.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah, they really are. Their laws are really undervalued.
I don't know, like their narrative is just completely underdeveloped. And
well, it's like, what are they doing? They're now leased in the solar system, and it's like, are they attacking planets? Are planets under threat? Not really. And the infestation itself, we just kill the main. It's not like a proper biohazard threat, because like if it just even it affects the ground itself. They just seem to affect bodies, and then when you kill the bodies, they just rot away, and it's like
so something something really interesting. The Borg, right? They're out for perfection.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Zerg, they're out for perfection as well, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of these sort of like hive minds, they're out for perfection. Obviously, we've got nothing for the infested, right? My question to you, because you do know Warhammer lore, what about the Tyranids? What is the motivation of the Tyranids?
It is again perfection. Right. It's basically eat everything.
Right.
Eat everything. And they do that though. As they eat things, they incorporate their genetic material into their own. That's why you've got. Do you remember what a bivore is?
No.
It's basically a spore launcher, and it launches explosive spores.
Right.
And so as they eat new biology, they incorporate that into them and get changed by it. So the psychic, I can't remember what they're called now. Eldritch or something. They're supposed to be the Tyranids after eating Eldar because of their high psychic potential.
Right.
The Bivore, which is a spore launcher, very explosive, is after eating orcs. And the launcher itself, or at least the original one, I've not seen a NER model, it's got a very sort of big, bulkish, orcish head. And it's designed to kill orcs because it's launching massive spores which explode, kill large packs of orcs.
Yeah.
So so they suppose they incorporate into themselves, but it's hard to say. I don't think we ever get true understanding of what the hive mind's thinking. It literally is just, it doesn't, as far as we know, it doesn't think. It just eats planets and eats genetic material and just keep expanding.
I wonder, should we ever get a infested mid-boss, which is Warframes that have been taken over by the original? Huh?
Well, we fought an Mesa that had been infested, and a Chroma which technically been infested, or we fought them. We're still not quite sure what happened to that Chroma quest line. It doesn't really make sense. But
yeah, but you get my point, though. Like,
when the infestation takes another step forward, or
yeah, I think that would be nice. But anyway, let's bring the episode to a close. Sad that we didn't get to finish it with Xandy, but it is what it is. I've lost my mouse. There it is. Cool. And we will see you guys for the next episode.
Yeah,
on this new channel.
Or we're now into the content periods of Warframe, so cool stuff should be happening. And they promise this year's going to be different from last year, so hopefully cool stuff is just right around the corner.
And we get to talk about stuff that actually happens.
Yep, and obviously happy 6 years, everyone.